And we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome to a very special episode of the VODcast. At least 4, maybe 5 hours in the making. We have a very special guest, and that is, of course, Kirby from the famed creator Masahiro Sakurai. And I'm very excited to find out what Kirby's opinions are on the Tetris community.
It's me, Kirby. Hey guys.
It's
Hell
the
no.
real.
Why does Kirby sound like that? He did not sound like that in the previous games.
Kirby hit puberty.
It's a new voice actor.
Kirby hit puberty.
Oh, this...
Kirby really went through his Chris Pratt Mario phase. That's fucked up.
oh my god, no way. Anyways, in all seriousness, please welcome here tonight, OSW.
What's up, guys? It's me. OSW.
Tim,
I got the shortest name in the business.
Is that
I
true?
forgot about QL. I forgot about QL, bro.
I'm actually trying to think.
Never mind.
Because in terms of letters, he might be right, but...
Well, in terms of letters, I'm losing, but QL has 4 numbers next to his name, so... Doesn't count.
You know, that does bring up an interesting question. What does OSW stand for?
Oh, we're jumping in with that.
Oh, starting with this. Okay. Alright. So, I don't even remember what year this is at this point, but back in the day, when I was, which is not that far back in the day because you know me, I have no history because I'm 2 years old. But back in the day, back when my main game was Splatoon, well, I played Splatoon 1, but it was Splatoon 2, and I had this group of friends that I would play with online, and so in Splatoon there's squids, right? So we created this group name where we called it We the Squids, and then the DLC for the game came out, and there's Octolinks now, so we renamed to Octo Squad. But I can't just have my name as Octo Squad, so I put one of my names next to it, not my first name, but this is one of my names, so I put that next to it. Right. And then I learned later on that having your first name as your gamer tag is kind of lame. So before I got I was getting into PPT, and I was like, well, I can't be known as my name, so I'm gonna change it. And I had no idea what to change it to, and so I got lazy and I just put it all together and deleted my name.
There you
And
go.
just put a W.
That's wild. I'm sorry, wait, so your team is going to be We the Squids as a We Dem Kids reference?
No, wait. What? No, it wasn't. That's definitely not what it was referencing. But I don't remember. No, it was.
I don't know, man. If you don't have an alternate, I'm holding you to it.
It's supposed to be We the People. It was supposed to be We the People.
We the People became We the Squid?
Yes.
Like the Constitution.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
If there's one thing I want in my
awesome,
Splatoon
dude.
game, it's the fucking American history lesson.
Ain't that the truth, dude?
Squids.
Consquitution.
Okay, but did it not go kind of hard though?
I mean,
It's
it
kinda-
kind of does.
No comment.
Dude,
I mean,
I just wanted
But
to
hey,
say.
you mentioned you had your first name and your gamer tag for a while. There was someone who made a guess at what your first name was today during set of a stream.
oh, you'd be dead wrong as well. It's my middle name.
Oh, I know they would be dead wrong. Their guess was Omar because you're black.
Fortunately, my name is not Omar.
Now, I'm not naming names yet. I'm gonna bring this up later in stream in case they come by trying to avoid this in the opening banter. You know who you are.
Yeah,
Oswald.
their guess was fucking Omar.
Oh.
The next person to call me Oswald is actually getting these hands. Bro.
Edge was in the middle of drinking some fucking water.
Dude, you guys are gonna kill me.
Dude,
I've
let's
choked.
get it
I
right.
think I've
Dude.
almost choked on every VODcast episode so far. I'm just drinking.
We gotta keep the streak going. Put it on the bingo cards.
Just don't drink water.
Yeah, it's simple.
That's-
All right.
That is bad life advice.
I say as I just took a sip of water. Don't worry about that. You can't see
Yeah.
it. It doesn't count.
All right, our next chat guest for your first name is Orlando.
Wow.
Orlando Southwest. Full name.
Okay.
Is that a name? Is that a real name?
No.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's a real name.
Oh,
No, it's a real
it
name.
kind of.
There's people really called
You
that.
could be in Orlando.
There are people called Orlando, but I wouldn't call it a common name by any means.
It's
Yeah,
not,
not at
not
all.
a terrible name. Not
Don't
a
try to
terrible.
gaslight me into thinking my well-known compatriot Orlando Southwest isn't as real as I want him to be.
Oh shit, my bad.
Originally, it's
Man.
not Orlando. You guys are not gonna get my name.
Yeah,
Look,
you're right.
honestly, I think
Alright,
if we
Wesley.
don't get your name, it would be worse than if we did. So I'm going to hope we don't get your name, so I can continue making up bullshit.
Yeah, you could continue. Yeah, that's why. That's why when people ask me what it stands for, I'm like, hey man, it stands for.
Hey, and that's
Yeah.
what makes you my best friend, Austin Otto. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, you know what?
Are you regretting being on this yet?
On second thought.
Okay.
All right.
Before we lose you, all right. Our first question that we have noted down. By the way, just so you know that we're going in order. I believe the what does OSW stand for bit is one of the last questions on our
Yeah, we were gonna save that for the end, honestly.
Yeah, but that just came out. No, I just want to ask OSW, how has your week been so far? Have you been enjoying life? How's it been going, man?
What have I done this week? Okay, well, you see, I recovered from the sickness that prevented me from being on this very podcast.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Although to this day I'm still experiencing, you know when you're sick and then you have a stuffed nose for the next couple days.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Mine is so bad. Like mine literally is like I have a 7-day extension period. Like it's still my nose is still messed up.
Yeah, it's like the feeling of like you actually feel sick within a given time period, and then right after is like when you sound like you're sick, but like physically you're
Exactly.
overall kind of fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So anyway, it's been okay. Waking up is always annoying at 5:40 a.m., so that's always a pain. But I
Dude,
figured I got
that's-
through it. So
I
I'm gonna
remember.
keep on that.
Yeah, I remember talking with some people like who are still in high school, and they were talking about how they had to wake up like super early, and it's just like I had to wake up at like 7 a.m. and my classes started at 8. Why do you guys have to wake up at 5:40 in the morning? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but shout outs to the Florida governor. I'm not gonna get into politics, but they basically now the school's gonna start like an hour later in 2 years. So I actually get an hour of extra sleep, so that's pretty nice. Anyways,
Yeah, what are your
um,
school's like hours, if you don't mind sharing? Like when does it start and end for you?
it's 7:20 to 1:40. So it ends really late. It ends really early, which is like really nice, but it starts really early, which is really not nice. And I have to catch the bus at 6:45 around. So I wake up at 5:40 because I'm slow.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean most people wake up at like 6, so it's not much better. I mean they're saving 20 minutes. It's not really that crazy, but yeah. So it's been pretty nice. School been pretty nice. Took some tests, didn't get 100, so it's probably the worst day of my life.
Okay.
Okay, I can make it up
Wait till
later.
this guy finds out about the second test.
Oh, I have a test on Monday.
I knew it.
Yeah, the second test, you told them about it.
Goblin's premonition just came out and
Thanks for
shit.
the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I will go study.
Good luck on your test, Chief.
And man,
Thank you.
I'm right there with you, except that I'm not going to study because I'm a second semester senior, and that means I am no longer obligated to accomplish any schoolwork above the bare minimum.
That is true.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
high
do the
school
bare minimum.
high school seniors, like once you get accepted into a college, it's just like
Yeah.
What for, if you know?
But yeah, no, it's
It'll
been.
be beneficial to your learning to complete all of the required material and assignments in a timely manner. You should be aiming to excel in your exams to prepare you for the collegiate life.
and then college life comes, and then you're just like, all right, get this assignment in by Friday. I don't care how good it is.
Goblin, how do you just have those accents off rip? Like, I don't understand. Like, what you
Well,
got?
that's actually that's one of the things that kind of like comes with being a commentator. Once you get into it, you can just kind of pull those out of your ass.
You
doing
just kind of pull
voices?
them out of nowhere. Like, I don't understand, bro. You guys have like a closet. You just pick them out. Anyway, yeah, it's been okay. It's been a normal week for me.
Well, glad to hear that. Glad that your ailments are disappearing. That's always great news. Um,
Spell
yeah.
ailments.
AILMENTS.
Cool, good, cool.
Why were you quizzing him?
Mono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
No, we're not. Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, OSW spell that. Good
Goblin,
luck in spelling
I'd
YouTube.
rather die than spell that.
I'm gonna need you to pronounce that again for me.
New mono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
All right, I only remember the first part. PNUE. Oh,
Nope.
Wow, wow. Only remember the first part, huh? Didn't even get that far.
Wait,
You got
new
3
mono.
letters in.
wait, new mono.
Average fucking Tetris player can't count to 4. That's crazy.
PNEU.
Oh my god.
Is it
We did not just
PNEU or
bring him
PNEU?
on just to roast him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe you didn't.
How do you open it? Is it PNEU?
Yeah.
Yep.
No. The more
Okay,
you
you
know.
only have mono ultra microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis left. You're almost there.
MONOULTRA. Can you pronounce it again?
New mono ultra microscopic
We can't-
silicovolcanoconiosis.
Dude, this is about to be the whole episode if I let you guys continue this.
SCOPIC. I don't remember the rest.
You know, with someone with
Alright,
an
we'll move
online
it on.
alias where you have to
We're
say
cutting
all
off.
3 letters, he sure doesn't know how to spell.
You mean like half of this
Yeah,
goddamn
the reason it's
community?
tags 3 letters because he couldn't remember it if it was any
I mean, I
other
could probably spell it if I actually like knew the word.
I could spell the word if I saw it.
I have to memorize it. I don't even. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
Isn't
I'm not
that
gonna
most school? You just have to memorize stuff.
True. That is true. Yeah.
But yeah, on to the next
Yeah,
question.
speaking of memorizing stuff, all right, OSW, we got one more entrance question before you're officially inducted into the podcast. Are you subbed to the HTE YouTube channel?
Is that even a question? Like, of course I am.
I love this guy.
Come on, now.
Fuck
Come
yeah,
on.
Good
this guy.
answer.
Pass
Good,
the
an-
test.
good answer.
Just
You
like
actually would have been immediately
you!
ejected from the podcast if you had said no.
No, because like, why would you not subscribe to the HTE channel? I mean, it's
what
like
I'm
premium
saying.
content all the time.
That's what I.
You guys know what's crazy? When I uploaded my retirement video, like I like lost subs for like the first 5 hours before I came
What?
back.
I'm even giving you proof.
Oh,
OSW.
he's giving. Dude is showing his work.
I'm an avid HTE fan.
I mean,
That's true. We're all.
he is speaking the truth. There it is. I don't know why half of these icons aren't showing up. Like, well, that bell ain't on, but we'll.
Yeah, I
we'll
don't
mess
know what's
that
That
up.
bell ain't. It doesn't look like the bell
It's
is there,
kinda
but you can
weird.
still ring it.
My YouTube kind of bugging, but I can still click the button.
Yeah, that's actually not your fault.
Like I can click the like button, but the like buttons aren't there. But I click it and the number goes up, and it's cool. Like I think I liked your.
That's awesome. Yeah, sub and like the episode because it's gonna be a good episode. Yeah.
But yeah, there we go. Congratulations, you're fully inducted into the VODcast.
You're fully inducted. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. We can get to the real questions now.
This is true.
The first question we have here, kind of an easy one. How did you learn about Guideline Tetris?
I think I can't exactly remember. I think the main thing was Tetris 99 came out, and I had Nintendo Switch Online, and so it just kind of popped up in my feed of available games to get, and I was like, oh, Tetris, back in the day, everybody, this was the heat back in the day, everybody wanted to, get a million points or
Before
something
you
like
were
that. I don't
born?
remember. Yeah, back in the day before I was born, yeah.
I see.
What, 30 years before I was born? Let's go. Yeah. But no, yeah, so I decided to get Tetris 99. And that kind of let me branch into everything else because I was so competitive, and I still am, to the point where I was like, I really wanted to win a game of Tetris 99. So I spent like a very long time grinding Tetris 99 to get a win, and like every time I would get a new best placement, I would yell at my mom about how good I was.
You'd yell
I'd
at
be
her.
like,
That's a,
I would be like, "Look, mom, I got 7th place. Look, mom, I got 5th place. Look, mom, I just got 3rd place. Mom,
I
mom."
can't imagine OSW yelling.
I didn't
I kind of
yell.
can't either. I don't think I've ever heard this guy yell.
I mean, okay, I didn't yell, but like, you know. I was very enthusiastic, so there was a lot of energy in my voice.
Okay, so
Um,
you're energetic about it, and then how long would you say, if you remember, how long did it take you from getting Tetris 99 to getting your first victory royale,
um,
Tetris Maximus?
I really have no idea. I mean, I do have a video saved on my Switch of me winning Tetris 99 for the first time, so I could look at that date, but I'll do that later. But it's probably like a couple weeks maximum. I don't know how long it was, but I kind of like get good. I kind of like understood it pretty quickly, and I played so much and I watched so much because after I got into Tetris 99, you know the man, Wumbo Ties, of course. I stumbled upon his videos to and I kind of took notes and whatnot. Also, Tafokins as well.
You took notes?
Uh,
You were like writing
I didn't
notes?
take, I didn't take notes. Actually, you know what? There was this video about the tactics of Tetris 99, and I watched this video with my mom.
Dude, your mom's so involved. I love
Your
this.
mom has had to
Yeah, like-
endure the whole OSW Tetris journey. huh?
No, like, you know what? Like, you getting your mom involved on all of this kind of explains like your presence at WPLC.
My mom
Actually,
was
I
playing-
can't talk. I literally watched TWC with my mom.
I'm
That's
pretty
fucking
sure
awesome.
that I'm pretty sure my mom has played like 30 games of Tetris 99
That's more
because
than mine.
That's not bad.
we would have these nights where like we would like make popcorn and then just take turns playing Tetris 99. Like when I
That's very
like a
wholesome.
long time ago, it was so fun. And every time that she would mess up, because even though I suck, I was still better than her. So every time she would mess up, like I would like take the controller and fix it and then give it back to her. And so that's it was nice. But I got my first win. Do you want me to go more in depth about like PPT and stuff?
We
Uh,
can, we
I
can
was
get to
gonna say
that.
my mom.
Okay, so talking about Wumbo earlier. So after I got my first win, uh, I watched more Wumbo videos because now he's on my recommended, and I see this anime game with these anime characters with these really cool sound effects. By the way, PPT one, oh my
It's
gosh,
true.
PPT one, oh my gosh, their
The
sound
sounds
effects are
were
so good.
amazing. I'm
And
gonna be honest with you. I only
sounds are
got
Yeah, I-
PPT because of the SFX. Like, I probably
Their
wouldn't
sound
have bought it if it didn't have them.
they're
Bro.
so good. I was like,
Bro.
what? You could play one on one? Like what? So I got that game because one on one is crazy, and I was like, I'm gonna get better than Wumbo. And so I played ranked forever. I got to like 5,000 rating, and I was like in the Legend League, no, not the Legend League. Wait. No, it wasn't the Legend League, but it was I don't know. It was one of the really low ones, but I thought it was really high because I actually have never seen I never saw like the league order, so I just saw the one that Wumbo was in and assumed it was the highest one. So I got to that league. Mind you. Oh, wait. Oh, is that right? Can I still be heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good.
Never mind. Okay. Something like disconnected, and I was confused. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Mind you, he's like 50K and I'm like 5K, but I think we're the same for some reason. So I'm like, I get this like another promotion. I'm like, wait, you can go above this? So I kind of just started grinding everything. I love Big Bang for some reason. Uh, Yeah, so I kept playing. Eventually got good enough to like snipe him once or twice, get destroyed, realize how bad I am, play in a tournament, lose to Baseball Boy. I hate it. Uh, you know, but like I said, I'm very competitive, so that's why tournaments were drawn. Like I was drawn so much to tournaments and whatnot. Like I joined WPL Open like 5 or something like that, and like I said, that's the one I lost to Baseball Boy. Which in my first tournament, I actually bring Baseball Boy to like a win by 2. So I would say that's pretty good. I say I'm pretty good.
I will just let you know in our notes we did make a subsection that said we were gonna ask what was it like when he lost to Baseball Boy in WP11.
Wait, you're kidding. Wait, you're kidding.
No, I'm
Wait,
not.
you're
We had
No,
that. In the
we're
notes.
not. No, we're not. We put
That
that
is
in the
verbatim
notes.
a question.
Wow. How do you guys even remember that? How
Dog,
does anybody remember that?
dog, we did some research, and by that I mean 30 minutes before we were supposed to start, we opened your challenge user page,
Oh
and we
my
went
god.
back to the end.
Oh, well, basically, wait, was I think my other loss was Quantum Hornet?
I
I
didn't look
don't,
at that. What we did see though
that
is
might be
that
a different tournament.
your first tournament on challenge was a Lethal League Blades tournament. We
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
ask if you had any recollection of playing
Oh,
it.
no, no, yeah, yeah. I follow this streamer, and they play Lethal League Plays, and I really like their streams. And then and that's what they were like holding this tournament. I was like, oh, cool. I'm pretty good at Lethal League. I'm gonna go in there. I think I went 0-2. Or something like that. I don't know. I did very bad though. Everybody was very good and very laggy, so not my fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
latency
yeah,
kills
yeah.
that game
Of
hard.
course.
But yeah, no, I got destroyed, but it was fun. But the baseball boy thing, I kind of so like I said, I'm very competitive, which is why I'm in tournaments and stuff, and that also means that my expectations are always really high. Like I want and I don't necessarily have a placement that I want to place. I just have I want to be able to say that I played pretty much as good as I could have played. So I played Baseball Boy, and it was very close. I was doing very well, but when it came to win by 2, which for some reason they had, I got very very like nervous. So I ended up losing that. I was pretty upset, but it was I don't know. It's okay. I had moose counseling, because for some reason at that point I already knew him. But
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty early when most people kind of met him. So bring us back to that that WPL Open that you entered. Definitely was one of the first tournaments that you'd entered in general. And you
yeah,
talked about being competitive and all that. So the earliest you could have started playing was like February of 2019, around there.
yeah,
Um,
that's yeah.
and then these PBT competitions were kind of starting up, and you were playing and you were getting better. One thing I will, one thing I will ask is like when you were entering that WPL, like you are a competitive person, you wanted to win, but what were your expectations compared to like the rest of the community? Like how good did you think that you were at that time, and how fast did you think you could improve to take on opponents like those who were in that tournament?
Do you have a link to that bracket? Because I forgot. I want to see my seed, but anyway, I'll elaborate. Um, it 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 was my first tournament like it was my first Tetris tournament ever, so I really like didn't know what to expect. Uh, I don't remember exactly like what like skill level I was at the time. I know that I was able to go close to baseball boy, so I guess that was pretty good. But I was kind of just hoping to play very well, and I still don't remember if that was the tournament. Oh, no, no, no. That was the tournament I lost at Dormy and then Baseball Boy, I think. So, uh, I kind of, I don't know. I didn't really expect anything. I mean, especially when I
Here,
had to go into
I'll
play.
pull up the bracket on our stream here, but
Please do, please do.
so yeah, it looks like what we had is
I have 147 tournaments.
so yeah, you were seeded 7 in this event. You were actually seeded quite high, so Shen must have been onto something here.
Oh, they know me.
But yeah, so you beat this guy 12-2, and then Quantum Hornet actually beat you.
Oh,
Shout
okay,
outs.
there's the quantum one. Okay.
And I'll
That
zoom in a little
one
bit there.
was terrible. That was like the worst set I've probably ever had in my entire history.
And then
'Cause-
your losers run, so you beat Icicle Edge. You beat Maravir, which is pretty
Icicle who?
interesting.
played
Maravir was pretty good at this time, I feel like. You beat him, and then narrowly lost in the win by 2 to Baseball Boy.
Okay. So yeah, okay, so I lost a quantum. So that quantum set, by the way, so this is when you can like schedule your matches like whenever you want. Like this is one of those tournaments. So I was like, I'm just gonna hurry up and get this done with. So I just like scheduled the match and played it. Little did I know, bro, it was like the coldest environment of all time. My hands were like freezing, and I was trying to play the game, and I could not do anything. So I ended up losing the quantum, and it was like really frustrating. because I knew I could play way better. So that's what I mean. Like my expectation is just to play as good as I can. If they pop off, then they pop off. But at that moment, I just was playing really bad. Icicle Edge, I don't remember. Mirrorview, I do not remember playing them. And this baseball set was, this baseball boy set was pretty tilting to me. Wait, Firestorm played in this too? But yeah, it was annoying. It was annoying, but the moose counseling cheered me up quite a bit. I felt a bit better, and I kind of just felt more motivated to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I actually got that seat because of apparently I played in a lot of promos tournaments. Well, I know I
Yeah,
did.
you did. I know. I looked in there. You played in like one promo bracket, and you did pretty well. I think you like got second place in it. Just from memory from what I was looking earlier. So yeah, you were doing well in those like promo tournaments. Whatever promo was in his TO arc, I guess. And
Yeah, yeah, doubling in my promo got third place.
yeah, that was a good time. One thing I'll ask, since you talk about Moose counseling here, how did you end up connecting with Moose? Because it seemed like you connected with them pretty early.
I forget exactly like how we had our first interaction, but I do know that in Puyo Tet World I was very active. You know, this is back when there's like 40, 50 members. Now there's
Mhm.
over 1,000, which is really nice to see. But like a long time ago when there was like 40, 50 members, I think he joined after me. eh, I think I don't remember, but he would like respond to like every message that I sent with like with like a cursed. You know how he had this arc of him where he just had a bunch of cursed images and
Oh
would post
yeah.
them and would think he's the funniest person on the planet. Yeah, he did that to me. So every time I would send a message, he would like react to it with something, and it was something I didn't like, so I would get mad at him. I mean, I didn't get like really mad at him, but I was just
You were getting trolled.
like back off, bro. so,
You were
so
getting trolled.
yeah, so I kind of interacted with him that way, and then I think um I don't know. I guess he kind of like took pity when I lost. I don't know where this conversation happened, but I think that was the time that I remember Moose the most, was having that talk with him after I lost. Um, where I was very upset. He was like cheering me up. It was like, the sports mentality of losing and whatever. And you gotta, I don't know. I think he told me to, like, expect to lose, which is
Yeah,
kind of weird.
Moose is very good at like that sports coaching stuff. So
Yeah.
glad that you kind of ran
So,
into him at this early time, along with all the other like early Puyotet World people. Probably helped a lot when you were forming yourself there. And then leading into another question that we wanted to ask is something like these early tournament experiences where you're making it quite far but kind of losing. Do you think that any of that impacted the play style that you developed, which is like very momentum
Yeah,
based?
yeah.
uh,
You have very entertaining sets because it is evident how you're thinking as you're playing.
I feel
Mhm.
like, I actually really don't know why I formed this playstyle. I guess being safe is kind of lame to me. So I
It's
kind of
kind of
just
based.
I kind of just like, I don't, I don't, I really don't know. I don't know. This playstyle kind of formed and I just never really changed it. I mean, like now that I'm getting a lot better, I'm kind of having to get to this point where I need to play more defensively to advance in the game and beat players that I want to beat in the future. I have to play more defensively because I do a lot of dumb things. Actually, I used to do a lot of dumb things, especially in like 2021. My 2021 PPT sets were so I would like, I don't know, I would like be at the top of my board and then continue to build another Trinity TKI double
Yeah, I remember
triple.
those. That was one of the first like parts of time where I was like actually watching a lot of your competitive stuff. So I definitely do remember that time in your career.
Yeah, but I kind of just decided to keep that play style. I don't really know how it formed. Maybe it's because Tetris 99 you don't get garbage that much, so it's kind of just like a sandbox.
Yeah, maybe it was like
But
early
yeah,
like that.
it kind of just made me kind of just do whatever I wanted to do, and kind of be reckless, I guess, because there's no real. 'Cause it's not like I was gonna win any money in the future. Cause like, why would I do that? Cause I'm like really bad right now. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Um, so yeah, that's kind of. I guess that was kind of what was going in through my head. It's a video game. Have
Mm.
fun.
Yeah, now I have to
That's
ask this.
real.
What was your reaction when you first won money from a tournament?
When was the first time I won money from a tournament?
I'd have to
I
assume it was a,
Bro
a
doesn't even remember.
PCO.
That's how much.
was it a P. Actually, Wait, no. I think it was. Uh, I don't know if this had a prize pool, but um, I do know that the one of the first tournaments I won was this like Dormy swap tournament.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Dream World Swap Tournament Switch.
yeah, I played in that one. I don't know that. I don't think no, I didn't have a prize. This is.
That was the
I
first
did.
tournament you won, right?
That was the first tournament I won. I think.
Wow.
I think that okay. The one that I remember the most for having money in it, like the one that I remember, like it was like a lot of money. I got like it was like it was like a full throttle tournament, like back in like the first stage of full throttle when it was just full throttle.
Mhm.
They had this PPT
Damn.
swap tournament that I won. I think I got like a $60 eShop gift card.
Okay, big bucks.
And I was like,
Still
oh
pretty
my
big.
god, this is real. And I was kind of like, I can't believe. Oh wait, no. Wait, oh, okay. I think this is the first one. The first one I think it was this PPT doubles tournament that I won. I played with Shoel
Oh,
the Scrub,
okay.
and
Shoal's pretty cool, like teammate back then to have, and still
yeah,
cool now.
winners finals we beat uh no Noburimo and Waterheart. Uh,
Oh, Waterheart's name you
Oh,
don't hear a
yeah,
lot these
back in
days.
the day, back in the day. So yeah, we were C2, so I was upset, and we had to like bracket reset. Oh wait, no. They bracket reset. Wait, no. What? Oh no, we just double
Someone
eliminated them.
reset the bracket.
Yeah, so that was the first time that I got a prize, and the prize was it was first place gets a copy of Japanese PPT-1, and
Interesting.
I didn't really care, but it was still cool to have. So I was like kind of focusing up because I kind of did want this, and I kind of had somewhere to be like during the grand finals. I had somewhere to be in like 10 minutes. So I was like focusing up, trying to get this done. Playing with Shalal, it was really close and it was really good. And it was nine. Like the last set was 9-8. It was like last match, but I won that. It was very close. I won that. It was like really exciting to me to win something, uh, especially on that level. That's like straight versus. Well, it's doubles, but it's not swap. So I got the copy of the Japanese PPT, and then I learned that Moose felt bad, so he gave second place Japanese PPT too, which made me kind of mad because I was like, bro, I earned that. Um,
That is so true.
yeah, screw you, Noburimo. Anyway, uh.
God damn, shots
it's
fired.
funny because Remus stops by Edge's streams and everything.
You heard
Waterheart's
it here
cool.
first. This guy hates
Beef.
Noburimo.
We have beef.
Oh my goodness. Can't be having
so-
that beef on
but-
Edge's channel.
You have maintained a competitive presence in not just PPT, but pretty much every commonly played stacker nowadays, and that is, in my opinion, one of the most impressive things about you. There's you go to any tournament at any org, there's just like some percent chance that you just show up and kill everyone, and that's pretty awesome. And I just want to know, like, what does it take to do that? How do you change from game to game in terms of just your play style and your mindset? And what is it like for practice and improvement and other stuff?
So, yeah, this is really interesting. I've actually gotten this question asked a couple times by like just like other community members that are just like I don't know interested, but like for me, like it's kind of like so I started on Tetris 99, and then my first like one of the big three, which is PPT, TEC, and Tetria, was my first game was PPT, and I just put so many hours into PPT because this was summer 2019, so I had no school, so like I had like no reason to live other than to play PPT, so I played PPT. Uh, for all my waking hours. I played PPT, got really angry, but I kept playing PPT. So like I played PPT so much that game is kind of locked in. That game is ingrained like in me forever. Like my muscle memory for PPT just doesn't die, right? And then I moved to which one's next? Tetrio is next. Yeah. I moved to Tetrio. Tetrio was really hard to adjust to, and I've always been pretty bad at Tetrio until like kind of recently. Like I hit X rank like when did I hit X rank? About a year and a half ago. I don't know. It was a
That
while ago
checks
though.
out.
But it took a long time. Like even though I was really good at PPT, it took me a long time to get even into U rank of Tetrio. But yeah, so I played. What I do really is that I played PPT for a long time, went to Tetrio, played Tetrio for a long time, and then went to TEC and grinded TEC for a little bit. But I still had the PPT muscle memory to where I was still pretty good at it. But once I had all those three games semi-learned, that's when it was the hardest to get to like further like improve in any of them. So like Tetrio, I'm stuck in like barely top 100 or yeah, like probably around like barely top 100. PPT, I'm kind of stuck in like top like 10 of the West, and then in TEC, I'm stuck being tier 3 in Square One or whatever. So I couldn't really improve in any of the games. So what I kind of did was I really just played them all a lot, like a lot, to the point where I would like be able to like it was the hardest point of adjustment to go from one game to the other. It was hard to do that because I hadn't grinded enough to get it in my muscle memory. So, but after like a little bit of just like that going through that hardship, going through that like struggle, it was able to just click with me. And so now I'm able to do it pretty easily. But it really just took like a period where I just sat down and then for that month I just played so much to where I kind of got used to all of the games and switching between all of the games and stuff. I mean, I did have this one scare where I went from Tetrio. I was playing only Tetrio and TEC. I was not playing any PPT, and then I went back to PPT because I had some tournament or whatever, and I was playing it, and I was like feeling the hugest delay of all time because you know how there's like delay on your Nintendo Switch.
Mm.
I've been playing so much on my PC that when I got back to my Nintendo Switch, it was completely like I couldn't. It was unplayable. Like I could not play on it. So I got like really
I
terrified.
remember this. I think you were talking to me and a few other people about this when it was
Yeah, I
happening.
was. I was like really like scared because PPT was my home. So like to come back to it and not be used to it, it was like really weird. But after playing, after like grinding it for a couple days, I was able to get used to it before the tournament and de-rust. But that that was that was pretty much the last time that I've struggled to switch from game to game. I mean, I'm kind of bad at Tetrio, so doing that's kind of hard to switch back to that. If I have a Tetrio tournament, I will grind that game for a couple days, like by itself, because I have a lot to work on in Tetrio, and Tetrio is kind of the hardest to just not play and expect to be fine at. Um, like I have a lot of strategies I need to change in Tetrio to progress, because I'm kind of
Interesting.
stuck where I am right now. I've been there. I've been rapidly improving, and I've been known for rapidly improving over the past like year or so in Tetrio. Like I haven't
Hmm.
even been top 50 until like a year ago. And then actually no. I got top 29 on my MacBook Air laptop keyboard minimal setting. And then I
That
stopped
goblin's
playing.
shooting it off right
Stopped
now.
playing.
Popping
And
off with
then
that.
I stopped playing for a long time. Got a laptop. Actually made me worse. Uh, but I ended up recovering, obviously. But ever since then, when I switched back to my laptop and then I grinded, I couldn't get like anywhere. And then randomly, I got this point in time where I just apparently was like the best player of all time, and got rank 10, no, rank 11, I think, or whatever was my peak. I peaked at rank 11 for no reason, and then I kind of went crazy and won a major for some reason. Uh, went got like fourth at a bunch of them for some reason. Got fifth and or got sixth seed in TWC for some reason. Uh, kind of just like rapidly, I just had like this crazy point in time where I was very good, and I don't understand why. But ever since then, I've kind of been stuck at that skill level, and I want to get push past it and be like a threat to like the top players like Caboozle, Promo, Firestorm, that level. Like, it doesn't have to be like number one level, but I would like to be top 10 level. to where those
Mhm.
people can actually play me and like be worried that they will lose to me. Because right now that's really not the case. Um, so I've been that's probably been the most frustrating part recently is playing Tetrio because I can't seem to push past what my previous barriers. I think that's represented mostly through Fordism and Westo. I cannot beat those two players at all. Uh, I especially in TWC, it was like pushed into my face how bad I was at that matchup. Like they would snipe every minor I was in, and I like even though I like there would be so many weeklies that I would join that I could win, but I couldn't win because Fordism or Westo was there, and I couldn't beat any of them. I think the last time I beat Westo in tournament was like September, and the last time I beat Fort, well, I beat Fort like one time in my entire life, and it was like October. And it was like a bracket reset. It was like a bracket reset. Like I didn't even like beat him. Like it was a bracket reset for grand finals, and then I lost that
I
tiebreaker.
think I remember this.
It was that was one of the saddest losses I've ever had in my life. To be so close to this is an interesting thing that I have been thinking about. It's like I would rather lose and it not be close than lose by 1 point
Mm.
because
Mm.
well you have this thing where it's like your frustration level is like pretty much is like you have a decent frustration level if you lose by a lot because it's like dude what was that like that was terrible, right? But when you get to like probably like half the points to like 3/4 of the points, that's when you're like, oh, that was a pretty good set, I played pretty good. But if you're 1 or 2 points away from winning, that is the rock bottom of your mentality that you can be. To lose tiebreaker is so frustrating. Like that, I don't know. I just can't. It's so annoying to lose tiebreakers.
Uh,
So
I
yeah.
I gotta send Edge an image right now. So some of you in chat may know I'm currently D-ranked, and there is good reason
Wait, what?
because
What rank are you?
holy shit, it has been a rough go of TL
Oh my.
recently.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
It has
Yeah,
just
this is bad.
not been it.
like that
Ugh.
hurts. Like that. So, like
This hurts
that,
to see because
you think about that, and like you think about that, and on like if you're not like a person that competes, you're like, oh, dude, you're so close to winning. Like that's fine. Like you're so close to winning, but you don't understand. Like when you're the one who's playing and who's losing like 4 tiebreakers in a row, that's like
yeah.
I would quit. I'm glad that hasn't
It
happened
was
to me yet.
really it's so painful. Like I try to have the mentality of like I know I can beat them, but like it loops back around because it's like I know I can beat them and
So why
didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
it's kind of it sucks a lot. So I lost to Fort that time. That was the only time I've beaten Fort. I haven't beat either of them since. I mean, I did beat Westo in like a friendly, but I'm not gonna count that. But yeah, a TWC was actually probably the most frustrating loss that didn't come from because it was so close. Because TWC was like me putting my heart and soul into grinding Tetrio. Like I
Mhm.
played it so much. I played in
yeah.
every minor, every major, got rank 6. Everything I could do. I went to my grandparents' house and I still break my keyboard to play in some TWC.
God damn.
So
I do want
I
to
played
ask
in
you
some
this
TWC.
question about like TWC. Do you think that a portion of the reason why you saw so much improvement during that time was how many events you were playing in? You were playing in almost
I
all the tournaments.
yeah,
Do you think that
I do
contributed?
think I do think so. TWC was kind of the motivation I needed to put my focus into fast Tetris, because a lot before that it was like oh, gotta get ready for Square One, oh, gotta get ready for PCO, gotta get ready for I don't know, freaking Zone Masters. We need another one of the. Oh wait, TFC is gone.
Oh
I love you,
no.
TFC. Love you, TFC.
Too soon.
Anyways, but
Damn.
tournaments like that, it was like it kind of took my attention away from Tetrio. But seeing a major like TWC really made me like focus and get focus on Tetrio, focus on what I'm doing wrong, focus on improving, play a lot of Tetrio League, get a lot better, and play in all those tournaments, get that tournament experience, and I got a lot better through that. and I suffered some bad losses. I had some bad losses to Westall, some bad losses to Fort. Basically, they kind of just beat me over and over and over, and that was like the most frustrating part of TWC. And to have that, to match up with Westall in my top 16 felt kind of poetic, because it was the person that has been beating me the second most. Obviously, Fort has been beating me the most, but I
Mhm.
felt like I was closer to beating Westall than I was to beating Fort.
Mhm.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm like neck and neck with this guy, but he keeps getting the edge every time. I'm gonna really okay.
All I did was raise my eyebrows. No one else had to give that any more attention than they gave it. But one thing I'll say,
But
I think at least on the viewers' side, like I think the viewers are definitely playing up the OSW West L rivalry. Like that was
yeah,
definitely something that chat and like the audience kind of realized was going on. So
that's an interesting part is because that's the thing that made me that's the thing that frustrated me the most when I lost. It's because I had my ideas of how I thought the match was gonna go. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna lose. I've lost to Westo like 10 times now in the past month. Like there's just no way. But everybody that I know that I talked to was like, hey man, good luck, man. You're really close. I think you can beat Westo this time. I think you'll win this time. I think you got it this time. This will be a close match. So I'm like, it's like I'm trying to like decline it. I'm trying to be like, no, that's just not the case. It's not even gonna be that close really. But when so many people say it to me, it really gets to me, and I start to like subconsciously think that. I start to subconsciously think that I can beat Westo. So I kind of like grinded a lot and decided, and when the match came, I was like, I'm gonna win this. Like I think I can win this. So I Going into set one, I was really determined. I was playing really well that day, and I was like, I could beat Westell if I played the way I play outside a tournament. But I think another thing about me that some people do know is that I have some of the worst tournament nerves out of any individual on the planet,
mhm.
especially when it's important. Uh, like I will literally have like some like opening games where I will misdrop like 17 pieces in a row and just die without sending any garbage. Especially if I'm up and I'm 1 point away from winning. That's how I lost to Dormy, by the way, in Bankai League shoutouts. Anyways, um, but yeah, I had really bad tournament nerves. So when I went into the Westhill set, of course I didn't play as good as I did before because I didn't have any nerves playing ZZZ Taj, but I had a lot of nerves playing
Why
Westhill,
is it fucking
and
called that? Why
I,
why did they call it that? Dumb
I don't
name
know.
for a bot, but it's a useful
But
practice
yeah,
tool.
I went into set one and I didn't play as well as I knew I could have played, and it was like that was some of the most frustrated I've ever been. But and as by the time set two rolled around, I was kind of defeated. I don't remember how the set went. I don't remember which one was closer. I think set one was closer, but going into set two, I was kind of defeated and I was really upset. I just kind of wanted to stop playing because I was like really annoyed. So that was probably the most like that Fort loss was bad, but that loss was bad for a different reason. Not because it was close, but because it was a match that I viewed as so important and possible that I could win. So I had this like so not winning it or not even getting close to winning it. Like it wasn't even like a good match. Like I just kind of got destroyed or almost kind of destroyed. It wasn't that bad, but that loss was kind of the that was the loss that changed me because I that loss is like I don't know, I can't go back. Like I want that to happen again. So
Yeah.
um yeah, so I lost that match. That match was very bad. I was getting better at dealing with losses, but that loss, it felt like I was back in 2020 because I was like really upset.
Okay.
But I took that point and I decided that's what I used to decide that I needed to get better at Tetrio. Shout out to NXT for telling me what I did wrong during that set.
Oh, you
Like it
got a
wasn't
VOD
private,
review?
but like no, it was like the NXT analysis. Like it was just
Oh
the
yeah,
Wow.
one
you're
public.
watching it. I was
Yeah,
sorry.
he was like OSW is not thinking, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I was not thinking because I was nervous. Like I
Yeah,
was so nervous. All I could think about was going
that makes
fast, doing T
sense.
spins, cool T spins, and going fast.
Mhm.
So I kind of after that I decided to like think about everything outside of just going fast and doing good T spins. So I decided to like think like timing well, being defensive, stuff like that, and that's when I shot up to rank 11. Just because I decided to actually start using my brain, and I was like, "Yo, this is pretty
Shocking
cool."
how that would work.
But yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah. Seems like you've been making progress there. This made me think of some other things. It just made me think like how this is a pretty consequential set or like tournament series for you in Tetrio. I want to talk about some other moments, at least as a viewer, I thought were pretty monumental in the two other main titles in the big three. So going from like most to least recent, Square One this year is a tournament that I think gets overlooked now that TWC happened. But you had this insane top 16 run, narrowly beating Flare 7-5, beating Firestorm 10-8. Then you took 4 points off of Uyashoda and 3 points off of Kazu. I just want to ask, how did you feel about that bracket run?
So, it's strange because because Square One like literally has like a prologue in terms of my emotions. Like, so going into it, I don't know if you knew this, but I was like self-advocating for Tier 1 because I thought I deserved it like really
Yeah, I
badly.
do remember that.
So this is I kind of regret doing this, but like I would like be in like Moose's DMs and like Dormi's DMs, and I would be like, "Dog, why am I tier 2 dog? Like, come on now, like, what's going on?" Or like I would okay. So the general like thought was that I was like basically almost like I was on the verge of tier
Yes.
1, but there are players stopping me. And so what I would do is I would go play those players, and I would go play those players, and then like if I were to beat them one time, I'd be like, "Look, I beat them." And let's just ignore the other 9 times that I lost. So
You were trying to crawl your way in there, man.
I really wanted it so bad because I knew that like I didn't want my fate in Square One to be decided by a wheel spin and more by my actual
Hmm.
skill, in which that's kind of what happened. Like if I went into tier 2, or so basically, yeah, I tried to advocate for that. It failed, obviously. I got tier 2, but I was like, okay, fine. You know what? Whatever I get. And if I get Shoda, if I get Akashi Robo, then GG's, I guess. Not really my fault. So I go into it, I get Flare,
I
and
think it
like
was
that
probably
was
the
like the
most
most
interesting opponent you
yeah
probably could have gotten.
that was the
Yeah.
most mixed emotions I've ever got because I got Let's Go, but I also got wait, that's like the best PPT player of all time. So I'm like, wait, are they gonna be like cracked at TEC? And then I get this message on the day before my match with Flair. I get this message from Doremi. I was like, dog, Flair just destroyed me. Like I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of screwed.
Oh my
Flair
god. Dormy
Oh
told
my-
you that? What the fuck?
dog,
Oh
They're
my
just-
goodness.
he just dunked on me. And
Dormu went out of his way to tell you that. Oh my.
yeah, they were like playing some sets with Flair, and it was Dormy, Flair, and Kabuzo Pie, and they were all playing sets with Flair, and Flair was destroying them both. So Dormy was like, "Yeah, bro, I don't know, man." So I was like, kind of that made me way more nervous because I was like, I had false hope. I was like, I mean, I haven't seen Flair gameplay that much because she doesn't really have like that much
Mhm.
visibility.
Did you see
on
any of
TV.
her group stage sets? Did you watch any of them to see what she was playing like?
She might have been my first group match. I don't think I had any time to watch any no, because wait, I played it. Did I play her live?
You
No,
played
I
her
didn't.
live because I
Mhm.
remember commentating that.
One of them was live. One of them wasn't. No. At least one of them was not live. I think my top 16 match was not live.
Which was the consequential one. I'm trying to remember too. I don't exactly remember, but the story is that you beat Flair 7-5, narrow set, really close set.
Yeah, no, that was during
yeah.
group stages. I remember
Very-
commentating that.
I have very few moments where I beat someone and physically pop off. That was one of them.
Wow.
Uh,
and then
beat-
I
beat-
think the
pop off. And so that was huge for me, and I was very happy until I learned that I had to play her again. And the only reason that this has scared me is because obviously it's like, well, you beat this person before, you can do it again. But Flair is completely different because she's only running on like 2 weeks of TEC experience, and you're gonna give her another week of TEC experience, and you know how good she is at adapting. Like she literally got on Tetrio for 2 seconds and is like top 5. And so
Yeah.
now,
So
now that I
you were
know,
worried that that your win was an Edge versus QMK,
yeah,
and
so
then
like that's why, yeah, that's why my strategy going in that match was like special. It was like literally just zone as fast as possible. This is where this like thing about me came from, where people like think I zone really quickly for like kind of no reason. It was it was it spawned specifically for Flare, because Flare does not has not dealt with zones. Flare's only dealt with zone for 2 weeks, so they're not really used to it. So if I throw
Yeah.
something at them they don't know how to deal with, it'll work, and it worked. Like it worked like really well.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
used
I
that
think I
strategy.
remember commenting on that.
Yeah, I used that strategy, and that's kind of like when people were like, "Oh my gosh, you're so reckless" or something. And I was like, "I don't know, man, I won." So I played that. I played the top 16 match. I had a different perspective on it because Flair is probably better now. But I was able to win that one as well. It was pretty close as well. I think that was also a physical pop off because it's Flair.
yeah, that's the
So I
75 that
won
we were
one.
talking about.
That's when I was really happy because that's when I outplaced my tier 2 seed, and I was like, I didn't really like. I mean, I didn't push in anybody's faces. I was like, I told you so. I was just like,
Yeah.
like, I was more just like, I'm so happy that I wasn't being annoying for no reason. Like, I'm so
Yeah,
happy
like
that I was
you
talking about how much I deserve tier one,
you
and then
you
just
had you had money where your mouth was.
yeah,
It's true.
I had to prove myself. So I had like a lot to prove. So
Yeah.
winning that match was like, I proved myself. Like I really did deserve tier one. I wasn't just like, I wasn't just not making any sense. So I I go into the Firestorm match.
Yeah, the FS
The
set
Fire
was huge because that basically cemented you at the time, and probably even still to this day is in contention for the #1 American TEC zone battle player.
that one was like it was like I would deem it as I felt I was more scared of Flare than I was of Firestorm, mainly because Flare I had no idea what they were gonna do, but Firestorm I've played them a lot and we've been pretty close, but like recently like leading up to square one a couple weeks before I was able to beat them the majority of the time. So I was like kind of I was decently confident, and that match was close, but I ended up winning it, which was very nice. And then that's kind of when it didn't feel real to be in top four of square one because I like and to beat two tier ones because I was like tier three the year before, but I
Hmm.
decided I kept pushing. At that point, I was very confident, and I mean going into Uya Shoda, obviously I didn't think I was gonna win that because it's Uya Shoda, but I did want to take some games off, and it might be surprising to hear this, but I was not happy with how I played versus Uya Shoda, even despite taking off 4 games. Um, I think that have I think that relatively soon, if I have more encounters with Uyashoda, that I can beat Uyashoda. Um,
I like
I
that
don't think I'm
confidence.
better. I don't think I'm better on average, but I think that I can sneak at least one set win off of
Hmm.
Uyashoda in one of these tournaments one of these days. But going to that set was okay. I played really well at the start, and then I lost like 6 straight. But uh, that set was okay. People like were like this is when people really started to like know me. I guess just because that set was like people didn't really expect anything out of me, and I didn't really expect anything out of me, especially in the Kazu set. And then I took three, and then I was like, okay, I don't even know what's happening today because that was one of my best. That was probably my best set
You're talking about the
ever.
Kazu set?
So taking three off of
Yeah.
Kazu, that
So
was crazy.
just to put this into perspective for anyone who doesn't have the context, right? The what everyone was making a big deal about during the first square one in 2022 was the fact that Uya Shoda took 3 games off of Kazu. And OSW did the same thing a year later.
Yeah. So and like Unisha is rank 2 and Kazu's rank 1, and at that time, at that time of square one, people didn't really even have me in that like the top like at least 7. So to have like you don't see upsets or anything like that in TEC pretty much ever. So like I'm probably like for example like the first square one had 2 people outperform their seed. It was me and Zin, and then the this year, or how many people outplaced their seed this year? Was it just me, or was it?
I think a few did, but I don't think maybe in terms of numerical seed that happened, but I think you might have been the only person who outplaced their tier.
Yeah, and then to do that, and then to do more than that, and be the first person to outplace their seed, and be the only person in Square One Invitational history to outplace their seed by 2 rounds was
Yeah,
something
that was
special as well.
extremely huge. I
So
think it
that
just put your spot as like a top American player to top player overall. Like I think that just cemented it for a lot of people, let alone the TWC performances you had. The last like set based question I wanted to ask was how did you feel during those Bankai League Doremi games? We haven't spent a lot of time on this, so we talked a lot about sets and we had some more questions I know the
Yeah.
boys are wanting to ask, but I think this is probably I'd say at least from a viewer looking in, this looks like one of the biggest moments of your career was one of those Bankai League sets. I'm pretty sure one of them you narrowly lost to Dormy, and one of them you narrowly beat him.
okay, yeah. So there's 2 years. Do you want both of them or just one of them? Because I played Dorm in both of them.
I'd say it's just the most recent year. I'll have
Well, the
to
first
see if
one
I
is
can find the
the first
spreadsheet.
one is the one where I won 15-14 and lost 14-15.
Yeah, that's the one that we're talking about.
Okay, so that's 2021. No, wait.
No, it'd be
I don't know. It's
2022.
2022. Um, so the thing about me and Dorothy, especially, well, not anymore, but back like before, like a year ago or so, me versus Dorothy was like the prerequisite of me versus Westo. Like I felt the same way about Westo as I felt about Dormy. It was like I'm like really, really close to beating Dormy, and like nobody can really beat Dormy other than Blarg, but Blarg doesn't play, so like, but so it was like. So it was like the person like getting close to beating Dormy was kind of like not really heard of. Like he would just kind of beat everybody and just be ranked 2 forever, and no one really thought about no one really got close to like actually just being considered better than him, let alone even take a set. So going into Bankai leagues, seeing his name there was kind of like it was really exciting. It was really exciting to see his name there because that would be the first time I've ever played a tournament set with him, I believe. I don't know. I played it with Snow Infinite, and I lost
Yeah,
that
but
one pretty bad.
that wasn't too far before this. It was only like a month
But
before this happened.
yeah, so at this point now I had the confidence that I have a chance to beat Dormy, and so the first set began, and the first set was very. It was like it was once again it was like the TWC of a year ago for PPT. Like that set, that's how I felt because when I played Dormy the first time, and I was up 14-13, and then I did the thing I was talking about when I was referencing Dormy like earlier, where I just like misdropped like 17 pieces in a row and like threw like a game away. Where in a situation where I only have 2 games to win one, and I just threw one away, and now it's tiebreaker 14-14. My nerves are at an all-time high because I never really experienced anything close to that. Versus the biggest figure that I could really have a chance to beat that was like actively playing, and it's tiebreaker, and it's a tournament, and it's like important, and the winner of this is likely going to be the winner of Bankai League. So, uh, that round was a crush. Like it crushed me really bad because what happened was Dormy just got like this like really crazy like 11 combo down stack for like literally no reason, and I just kind of exploded. Like nobody would live that. Like not even maybe at the best Akashi Robo would live that, but I don't even think he would, because it was kind of really RNG and it felt really bad. But lost that 14-15 and that felt really bad. But there was this in that year of Bankai League you play people twice,
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, you know what? And then I keep my head up. I'm just gonna play Dormy again, try to get another win, and this time, uh, I was it 15-14? I don't know. But
I'm pretty
I
certain
did,
it was.
yeah, I won that one very, very close as well, and that's one of my other pop off moments. It's like that one, the other one I mentioned earlier, and then like beating DDR Dan and Puyo or something like that. But yeah, that was very huge to me because that was the first time I've ever beaten Dorami in a tournament, and so you know, like Dormy is this person. Dormy is the second most important person to me that got me into Tetris behind Wumbo. Like he's the person I will watch on YouTube play Tetris 99 to the beat or 51 KO game, which by the way has like 1 million views. And
Yeah.
he would, he's like this really important figure in the scene, and to beat him and kind of shatter the ranking system that PPT has had for many years, since like one of the earliest Salty Cups, and for that to be like starting to get challenged was really it's really nice to be for it to be me who changed that. And I mean nowadays I do have myself at number 2 in the West, but it's really close. And by the way, this year Bankai League is going to be extremely interesting because like we have this weird thing where like there's like 5 players that could be rank 1 in the West, and we really just have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, this year's
Uh,
league's gonna be super
it's
consequential for that, but like
Blarg,
let that league
yeah.
put you in like
Unfortunately,
potential.
Blarg is not going to be playing. I really want Blarg to play, but he's not going to play. But it's him, me, Dormy, Jaden, and Promo. Surprisingly, Promo. Yes, I know Promo. He kind of came back. He came back on one of Dormy's streams and then just destroyed everybody, including me. And I'm like, dude, what do you like?
I'm saying
How?
you can't let this fucking poser take over your spot.
What I'm saying, bro.
You
He
can't let
beat
this
like he
fucking
beat,
poser.
he beat me 2-0 twice and ranked. So now I'm like, all right, I
Damn.
gotta beat it. I gotta be in this here. I gotta be in this here. So I think any of us could be rank 1 at this point, and it's
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
interesting.
interesting to
It's
see.
Yeah,
See,
it's
Say
really
that
going to be
says
interesting.
anything. The
Like-
Bankai League sign-ups are open for another day, so if you're watching the podcast, go and sign up for Bankai League, or otherwise follow the results in the Fight Night streams that are going to be happening on Puzzle Kingdom. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be an exciting league.
Yeah, the rankings for PPT West have never been more interesting than it's going to be for the next couple months.
Yeah,
And
so be
WPO.
sure to tune into those. But yeah, we talked a lot about gameplay there. That was a really good segment. We heard like a lot of your uninterrupted insight there, which I really liked. Um,
Mhm.
So yeah, that was cool to see. And yeah, but I think our next set of questions is gonna be a lot more just about like community and your general thoughts on like the sphere of a puzzle video game.
Okay.
Rather than just like specific sets and stuff. So I don't know if any of these boys want to pop up one of these questions. They got anything?
I think to follow up your whole comment on the Bankai League is, I think this is a good question to follow up with. Like, what are some of the biggest changes you've seen in the pro scene ever since you started playing?
In the pro scene? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the thing about like I said, upsets are very hard to see. So there are a lot of players that will be here and that kind of just remain here, and it's so the scene hasn't it's changed. I mean, one of the biggest changes is me. A lot of people don't really shift ranks as drastically as I have, but I haven't seen like a lot of movement. I mean, people like Westo, like a lot of young people will just come out of nowhere, and then like like Promo's really good, Kaboozle's really good, Westo's really good, Fortis was really good, and these people are starting to challenge the people that have been at the top for a long time, and it's really interesting to see. Um, and it's kind of like no, but now you don't really have a set rank. Like now everybody's really close to each other, and it's hard to gather who's better. I mean, even CZ versus DL, people are like don't know who's better now, and so and there's been a lot of changes. I mean, in TEC as well, like Akashi Robo coming out of nowhere is very cool to see.
Mhm.
I don't know how he did that. He came out of nowhere and now is beating Kazu, but whatever. Yeah, there's been a couple people that kind of came out of nowhere and they're kind of into the top 10 of their respective game, and it's fun to watch. It's been fun to watch. A lot of things that happen, a lot of the greatest upsets, a lot of the coolest moments, a lot of the coolest clips, and montages and stuff. And yeah, I mean, with new games coming out, it's nice to see. It's nice to see people go from like Tetris to Puyo. It's nice to see some people go to Topple Pop. Nice to see some people go to Tetra. Wait, Tetra Esports. Yeah. Uh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's
for
just
that
gonna
game,
be
by the way.
brand new as well. Like Tetris wasn't even
Yeah.
out yet. It's had one demo tournament,
That's
So
about to be
there's
my
definitely
game.
future
That's
there.
about to be my game.
Really?
I'm warning you guys. I'm warning you guys. I'm
You
warning
think
you guys
that
right
Tetra
now.
Esports is gonna be your game? Are you gonna go
Do
hard
not let
on
me
it?
get my hands. Do not let me get my hands on no Tetris Esports, bro.
Should have came to fucking Canada, dude. That's all I'm saying.
It would have
Better
been
come up next
baller.
year.
I don't know, man. Fly me out, dude. You got money? Yeah.
Listen, I'm retired now. This is not my
Okay.
problem.
All right, I'll DM Moose later.
Oh, your pension
I'll-
should pay for it, right?
I'll write Moose an angry letter
You
later.
think you think Puzzle Kingdom's big enough to give me a pension? Why do you think we're running a podcast, dude? If I had a pension, later.
But
I'm out of here.
Dang, Edge is so quick to ditch everyone for money.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, that
like,
game's
let's
gonna be
just
pretty.
be realistic here. Like, would I be giving up my Friday nights to run a podcast every single week? Probably not. Every week, every like other week, maybe.
Dang.
Which is the original schedule that we thought of doing, but we're just too awesome that we're on every week. Shoutouts.
Shoutouts.
Shoutouts to the VODcast, my wonderful co-hosts here. Deal with my shit. Oh man.
Hey man, I'm happy to be here. And OSW, you had mentioned Moose. Now,
Oh,
I'm looking at this call right now. You got 2/3 of the Black Stacker community in one.
I knew this was coming at
pretty
some point,
crazy.
and I was dreading it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Wait, hold on.
I have been wondering, what are your thoughts on the representation or lack thereof in the Tetris community? What do we do about it?
All I'm
How do we get
saying-
people involved? What do we
I'm
do to
saying-
band together?
We gotta put some pep in our step. We gotta hurry up, bro. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll tell my friends. Maybe I'll tell my IRL friends to hop on some Tetrio. I tried to coach one of my
Oh,
friends. I tried
Please,
to coach one of my friends. They're not
please
black.
introduce them to any other game, dude.
I tried to juice. I tried to put one of my friends into Tetris, and they're like D rank in Tetrio, and they gave up. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's fucking awesome.
Incredible.
They
But
can
hey,
build
Not the giving up part. But it's pretty awesome.
I said 2 out of 3. Really, real ones no. By real ones I mean just you. It's 2 out of 4. Because
Who we
we've
got?
introduced a new black community member, Wombo Ties.
What?
was nominated by the council as an official black person in the Stacker
Did we-
community.
What?
So congrats.
Wait, is that in our messages? Didn't we say that? Did we say that in our
Yes.
messages? Why did we say that? I forgot.
What are
We
you
just skit
talking
idea, and then I
We
was
just
going to
accepted-
tell him it Snows Infinite, and then I did not do that because it wasn't funny enough in person to say unprompted. But it's very funny in concept, so I'm sticking with it.
I just
We
gotta
have
say
4
something,
people
alright?
now.
We had a
That's a
we have a
33% increase. We need this.
we
Honestly,
have
with how, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. With
Edge.
with how intimidating Wumbo's exterior might be, like he's a nice person overall, but like when you first approach him, he's very intimidating. Honestly, I don't know if I could have ever imagined anything. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I
he's
could
been,
have
fucking-
imagined ever approaching
It's
him
done.
with
The
like a
council's
joke like
agreed.
that.
he has been nominated by the council. He can join.
The
us.
black
He can.
community unanimously agreed that Wumbo is black now.
Unanimous.
wait, then where's Moose's agreement? If it's
Moose, I
unanimous.
DM'd Moose about it and told him, and he hold on, let me get
let's go.
this.
Oh my god, we're airing it all out on the podcast. I'm just gonna let you all know in our notes for this episode, there's a bullet point that is titled Black Bits. And these are-
And that's where we are right
Right
now.
now.
That's where we are right now. It's just like
I don't know. I think it's very strange. I think it actually is really strange though how it's kind of like it's like really dominated by like when you look at the top 30 of Tetra channel. Me and Badgoblin had this conversation. We tried to figure out how many people we could find that were not Asian in the top 30. That was the toughest challenge I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay, man.
I don't know
That's
how many.
crazy.
I think I got like 4 or
this is
3.
wild.
I mean, a lot of them don't have like a lot of them we can't see. Like a lot of them we don't know what they are. But
Up to
But, like-
Petrio Global from the same place, bad sign.
we got like
Bad
3.
for diversity.
It's crazy. I don't know. There's no long. There's
Solution is
still
here.
only one black X rank. It's now me because Badgoblin got kicked out because of those
That's true. I
tiebreakers.
fell off.
all those
Mooster's
Is there
like,
tiebreakers.
really?
entering,
Is there
so it's
really
just
not
you.
another one like that you're
I
certain
mean,
of?
not that we know of. Not that we know of. If there's
Maybe there's someone who is black and has never interacted in the community in any meaningful way and just
thing
exists out
is-
there somewhere, but that
I-
ain't much
thing
use
is-
to us.
I can't believe this is actually unfolding.
The thing is, there's actually like a decent chance that there is just actually just no other one. It just really, I just don't understand. I don't. It's weird. It's like
It's
I don't
we
know.
need to provide the counterpoint to Wiley's theory that Akashi Robo is a Kazu clone. Akashi Robo is black is the new angle we were from.
What the fuck?
I can see
What
it.
is this? What are
I can see it. I can see it.
Okay, I need to. I need to
would've
get.
All I'm saying is we have no evidence, but you can't disprove it.
Wait, should we accept him in the? Wait, we need another meeting after
Well,
this. We need
we'll
another
have to
meeting.
meet with it. We'll have to meet with Moose and Wumbo about
We
this.
need a meeting after this. We need to. We need to.
Oh my
Fantastic.
god!
We
Oh my
can't
fucking
be
god!
doing this right now. Oh my god.
I have a black friend that's like that plays Tetris from time to time. Do you need me to like?
Petrio coaching.
Inductive. Inductive. That was fun.
Every little bit helps.
Oh my god.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
All right. Let's talk about fucking anything else. All right.
All right, yeah. Let's talk about.
OSW.
I think we've had too much touch. Like I think we're talking too much about Tetris.
Yeah.
Hey, favorite
Focus.
land, big guy. What's your favorite land you've been to?
More Tetris.
I have two options. WPO or CEO. Yeah, it's not even
CEO was-
close. It was WPO.
It was. I will say.
Yeah.
I will say it was fun to watch you compete at CEO. Like,
Yeah.
well, I was watching the streams. I wasn't there in person, obviously, but it was fun to watch you compete there. But like, I'm like CEO isn't primarily a Tetris tournament. It just
Yeah.
happened to have a.
Yeah, I
side-
presume
happened
that
to have
like
a-
you were feeling a bit like off there, but I
Yeah.
know your friend Potato was there at that top 96 and Strive and shit.
So
I think
yeah,
it
so
was
the first CEO was like really kind of boring because like no one I knew was there. Actually, the fun fact, you know VG Master, how I played them in grand finals. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you even know.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I bought PPC on my PlayStation to practice for CEO. I ran into that man. That's the only guy I could play. That's the only guy playing ranked. It was
Well-
just VG Master over and over. I would play
Well,
him.
you got
so,
some practice, I guess.
that's how I got him. But it was him
Yeah.
and Oz. Him and Oz were like, and there's one other person I forgot. Oh, 645. Those were the only people that I knew there, pretty much. Everything else was just, random people. Some guy, I played some guy for warm up. I was so ready for his reaction, but he was just playing PPT, and I was like, hey man, you want to play some friendlies?
Oh my god, you're farming interactions.
And he was
In
like,
real
yeah
life?
man, sure. And I plugged in my controller. Let's just say only one man walked out of that friendly set. He was extremely shocked, and he was just like, you know what, I'm placing side bets on you, bro.
You took
When
you were at
the-
one.
That CEO was fine. The second CEO though was really really fun because I was with Potato and I was with Kirby Combo. These are two people that I talk with a lot. Not many people know that because they're not really like Tetris people. It's kind of, but they're like staff, so they're nice.
Yeah.
But I talked to them for a very long time. Like, Biotech World VCs would be primarily hosted by me, Potato, Kirby Combo, Reflection, and Velvet. And you guys don't know any of those people, pretty much. Well, Edge does, but yeah, they're not
That's
really.
right, because I'm a real community member who plays games
they're like-
other than Tetrio. God damn.
So
Let's start the war.
So, yeah, Kirby and Potato went. I also saw Garbage David. I saw Niner.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
Niners.
Claus.
Niners
I
around.
remember this.
Niners are round.
I saw Claus, and then and then I don't know if VJ Master was back. I don't know, but
Fallen Soldier.
those guys were there. It made it really really fun. I played some Strive with Kirby Combo for like 5 seconds until I had a matchup. Me and Kirby watched Potato play a Strive set in the main venue, and she peaked. It was so good, bro. But anyways, yeah, Potato popped off in Strive, and that was really fun to see. Because she would be like, I didn't expect to do this well, so I have to DQ at a PPT because I have a match that like they won't let me like play both. So she did really
Damn.
She did really well, and that was really fun to see.
That's fucking
But-
awesome.
That CEO was hype, but WPL is on a different level. It's just not even close because the thing about CEO is I'll turn around and like I'll have like 6 people that I know, but in WPL, literally everywhere you go, there's gonna be people that you have talked to online for years that you're seeing in person, and it's literally every single person there, and it's for Tetris, and it's all about Tetris, and it's like it's just a completely different experience to sit down next to Wumbo ties and then play Fortism 2 and then turn to your right and see promo with 7 O's and then go to your go to the bar. I didn't go to the bar to get a drink. I got some mac and cheese bites or something like that. I don't know. It's good though.
That sounds fire, honestly.
Talk to someone's mom for some reason.
Do you remember whose mom?
Who thinks he's Moose?
It was some classic. It was a classic Tetris players. Oh
Someone's
my
gotta
gosh.
clip that, dude.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh god.
Oh shit! That was
Oh
that's
my
the best line in history of this podcast. I don't know if it'll ever be beat.
Okay. Yeah, it was a classic Tetris player. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry to that mom if they're watching this, but they're probably not. But yeah, no, it
Damn.
was completely different. I mean, talking to everybody was just really, really, really fun. I mean, playing Smash with Badgoblin was one of the highlights as well. Um, we're getting our run back this year, by the way.
Yo,
getting my
I
run-
don't know.
Am I
You,
getting?
you were talking a lot and you were doing a lot in the friendlies, and then the set came,
I was
and
cooking
let
in
me
the-
tell you,
I was
that
cooking
was
in the
not a
friendlies.
tiebreaker.
I was cooking in the friendly set. Wasn't that pretty? But yeah, that's where the run back is from. I have the download now. Now I have the
Jedi
information.
10-0'd his ass. I sent him home. He
He
extended
did
the
not
set
what?
3 times.
Oh,
Wrap it up.
what?
Wrap it
What?
up. Clean
No,
up.
no, 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 no.
Packed up,
What?
sent back
No.
to his parents.
No,
Gone.
no, no,
Out
no,
of here.
no. I'm the guest,
Gonzo.
bro.
He said,
guest.
okay, wait.
Nah,
After the 3rd game. He said, okay, I'll bring out the main after the 5th game. He said, no. Let me get serious. After the 9th game. And after the 10th game, nothing changed. Yes, you did get 10-0'd. I have a record of this. I have a
did I
picture
get
on my
10-0'd?
phone of the screen.
Where did I get 10?
I have the picture on my phone of the screen with the
I didn't even-
68 medallions I have. Give
I
me
didn't even know
that.
we played 10 games.
Oh, yes, we did. I remember every one of them.
I just know I had to issue a formal apology on your Zero Horizon stream. But
I
anyways,
don't know. If you want the run back, you can have it, but I don't know if you want that.
WPO was really nice. All the events were really fun, and also the money.
No, I can absolutely understand it.
Damn.
The money.
I'll be honest. I was
Same.
going to encourage you to keep going.
When I went to WPL, and when I got home from WPL, I learned that WPL made up like 50% of my earnings of my entire career. It's just that one event is half of the money I've made. So
Yep.
so yeah, but it was really fun. I mean, talking to everybody was really fun, and I definitely would love to go again. I don't know if it's not really my control if I go again or not, but I would definitely love to.
I'm trying to think about how much of the earnings I got from commentating during WPL made up my total earnings as
What, you're fucking 20
I'm
bucks
sorry.
to
Y'all
commentate.
got
Yeah, the
paid
20 bucks
commentators
courtesy
at
of Bad Goblin.
WPL? Y'all got oh well shit.
I'm talking about the 20
that's-
bucks. Also, technically, the waived entry fee.
Oh my god.
Oh, I didn't get that. What?
I didn't get
I
that
guess I
either.
did just walk on comms.
Wait, what?
on request,
Okay, I
so-
shouldn't have said that then.
Waived entry fee.
Next time I fucking meet
came
Easton
in-
Shen, he
I
owes
came
me
in.
40 bucks.
I came in. Austin was like, oh, you know what? You don't have to pay. We know you'll commentate.
Bro,
He
hope-
waived my entry fee and a T-shirt. He just gave me
I
one.
hope they double
That's
charge you
awesome.
next time. I hope they double charge you.
They should. Deserved.
Dude.
Wait, Square One.
And I want my
let's go.
$20 back. I'll call about
Yeah,
that.
I've been waiting this the entire time. You didn't know?
You
that?
know what?
I'm not looking at the very, very, very bottom of your screen to see red hair.
That's fair
I think
enough. It's like also barely in frame.
Yeah.
Yes.
One
You
thing I
eat
do want
my
to ask about, we
container
talked
of
about it a bit with the Smash. Your soup. You typed in the chat, you were like, oh, the soup is fire.
I wasn't gonna say that because it was very irrelevant, but bro, that soup was hitting. That soup was hitting. I
I'm
have
glad that
eaten
you were
nothing
enjoying
all
it.
day except 4 Mentos that I stole from my friend and half a bag of chips that I found in my backpack, and it was all dust because it was under my laptop. That soup was hitting.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Another thing I want to ask, when we talked about like you going to the FGC events and stuff like that, OSW, tell us about your real life, meaning your life outside of Tetris. Got any like hobbies that you want to talk about? Anything that you do outside the game?
Hmm. Okay. I gotta have like a. I mean, okay. So I played a lot of sports.
Ooh.
From 3 to 11, I played soccer. From 11 to 12, I played karate and tennis. And then from 12 to 14,
Played.
you guys would never have seen this coming. From 12 to 14, I did boxing.
You were boxing? Wow. How did that
Yes.
go?
Hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I
I
see,
hate it.
because you're
I
not
feel you on
14
that.
anymore, and that number ended. So,
Yeah, I got out this July, or like the latest July. But basically, um, I'm kind of like the polar opposite of like a boxer. Like if I like everybody I tell that I boxed for 2 years, they would be like, you do not like you would not box. Like you do not seem like someone who would want to fight anybody. And that's just kind of true. Like I don't know. I kind of like
what
I
made you
don't have
sign
any.
up for it then? If I
It's
can
not my
ask.
fault. I woke up a random Saturday. My mom said, "Get ready for boxing." I said, I said,
Even
Your mom waking you up with that is crazy. I think your mom's gonna
literally
fight
waking
you.
me up. Literally waking me up, bro. That was the worst. That was the most depressed I've ever been while eating cereal.
Damn.
Oh,
Eating
I
cereal.
absolutely feel
Poor
you.
fucking
I was
guy.
first
even
from
when
the age of
even
4.
when like even when I did stuff that ended up not liking, my mom at least asked if I wanted to try it.
Oh, actually, it gets
Hell
worse.
nah.
It gets worse because I did an entire year because it was like you sign up for like a year.
Oh no.
Did she
You can do a
enroll your
year or
ass
a
again?
month. You can do a year or a month or a week or whatever or a day. But I did a year and I was like, all right, cool. Like I've expressed how much I dislike boxing, so we're just gonna, that's gonna be a chapter in my life. We're gonna close that away. And then in a random Publix, my dad is like, "Oh yeah, I signed you up for another year, by the way." I'm
This
like,
poor fucking guy. You were in
Bro,
Publix.
you were in the Publix.
"I was in a Publix."
Probably the worst
I
Publix too.
so feel you. I've never related to you more. At the age of like 4, my parents decided, yeah, you're going to a dojo and doing jujitsu, and then didn't let me leave for
Yeah,
8 years. If you've ever
yeah,
held a horse stance as you are being beaten with a dried bamboo stick before, it's not fun. In
yeah,
fact, it's quite painful, and I did not enjoy it as a 9-year-old. And
yeah.
then
Well,
I had to do
meanwhile,
that for literally like more than half of my life, even now. And then I eventually
me,
made a deal with my dad that if I hit a certain belt, I could stop. But bro, I feel you
meanwhile,
on the forced fighting. It is
Yeah.
wild.
I,
I signed up and got my black belt in Taekwondo when I was 9.
Oh my
let's
god.
go.
I didn't do
I-
anything.
I
I'm
ended
a
up
Bill
stop
boy.
doing it because I realized I didn't like it as much as I did, like when I first started, and
Also,
like that's so wild to me.
the age for the kids versus adult class is 14.
Kids
And
versus
so-
adults.
I don't-
Like a kids class and an adults class is separated by the age of 14.
Oh,
When I hit my second year of boxing, I was put in an adults class. And you know what
Oh,
they have
no.
in a boxing class? They have a sparring. They have sparring. Yeah. So I was fighting adults and getting hit by adults and trying to beat adults. It didn't work. Didn't work out. I didn't win. Didn't win.
I feel like there's
Uh,
some. I feel like I could like shove in a stupid Tetris metaphor for this, but like no,
It's not even worth it. It doesn't deserve it.
no,
makes
it
it
doesn't.
worse.
It really doesn't.
It's because it's like there's a bunch of adults that I don't like. They're all talking about like their jobs or something or whatever, the adult stuff, and I'm like, dude, what am I doing here as a 14-year-old? Like I
They're
should
worried
be
about their jobs, and you're worried about your test next Monday. Like,
That's
Same.
yeah, it's true.
and my Tetris tournament later today. I would get so they had sparring on Saturday, and I would get home, and then I remember this moment. It was Bankai League, and I had scheduled a match versus Bamj
Oh yeah.
for
Oh. Mhm.
Saturday. It was like 1 p.m. on Saturday, and I have sparring at like. By the way, it's at like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or 8 a.m.
Fucking brutal.
Oh, waking up early on the weekend sucks.
I know, dude. Dude, that's supposed to be my escape time. Like, what do you mean I have to wake up? Anyway, yeah. So I would finish sparring and I'd get home, and now my head is pounding because I got hit in the head multiple times by adults, by the way. Um, so now I'm like, after my shower, my head is pounding, and now I gotta play a PPT tournament set. I still won it because I'm the best, but it was painful.
Good in his own horn. Gotta respect it.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh my god, I couldn't imagine that. Now that I know that, because I never knew that about you, just putting that into context after every fucking tournament for like 2 years, you're
Yep.
coming back after getting your head bashed in.
Saturday. Yep, it was bad. But yeah. Now I do a little bit of tennis. Tennis is pretty fun.
Yeah, tennis
It
seems
doesn't
fun.
involve killing anybody, so it's pretty cool. I mean, I never even I hate the concept of boxing. I hate everything about it. Like I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it being entertaining. I hate blood. I hate fighting. I hate violence. I hate people being mad. You know what I mean? Like
I just want to play Tetris.
so, like yeah, people label me as like a pretty like kind of warm heart. Like I don't. It's I hate I don't say anything even like really relatively mean to people unless like they know it's a joke. I make sure they
Yeah.
thoroughly know it's a joke unless it's Commando, Badgoblin, Moose PK, or Johnny Bones.
Not Ferox.
Oh, and
No, he means everything he says to Ferox.
Oh no, you know what? You're not. No, you're what? You're
I
right.
mean,
You're right.
I mean everything I say to the four of you.
Yeah.
And I mean it halfway to Ferox. Everybody else, I don't really like, being mean or anything. So that's why
Thanks,
I hated
man.
boxing like that. But love you, Edge. But stuff like that's why I did like tennis. Tennis is pretty cool and it doesn't involve killing, so it's pretty cool. Um, academics wise, it's been going pretty well.
That's
I
good,
kind
man.
of surprised myself, where I've only had one B ever, and it was like the worst day of my life.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
I
I
know how
understand
people
that
do it,
feeling
man.
hard.
I was a
I will
B
never
I
student.
understand.
I will never live that B down. So ever since then, actually, this year, I think my lowest grade that I've had in a class is a 96, which is really weird because
Oh
I don't know
God.
why. I don't know why it's because like before that I would be like scraping by with 91s and stuff, and then
Wait, that's
now
still
I'm
an
just
A for you?
yes.
Yeah.
What different? What's it A for?
Oh, I hate grading scales so much
Is that a
because for
B?
me that was a B plus.
How? It's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
90s.
He had a 7-point
Yeah,
rating
what?
scale.
You
He was
know
on the seventh.
that would
B
seem
plus
logical, right?
91 is wild.
Yeah, no,
Why?
I'm not even kidding. B plus was 91, 92. And
That's
you can
A
understand why
minus,
I
at
hated my
least.
grading scales.
That's wild.
No, yeah, no, I like ugh. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, I don't know. So academics has been going pretty well. Sports has been going pretty well. Tetris has been going decently. Tetrio is mid.
Clip it.
I'm kidding.
Real.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Real.
not that bad. It's not that bad. Once I get better, I'll call it good again. But right now I suck, so I'm gonna.
Fucking tell him,
Oh.
dude.
Look, if you're ever gonna express that opinion on the podcast, this is the podcast to do it.
When I get back to top 10, Tetrio is the best game in the world. Until then, Tetrio is mid. But yeah.
Best game is the game.
It's
I'm
only
best
bad
at, is
because
the
I'm bad at
mentality
it.
of
That's
guy.
such a based mindset.
They
Right,
have like other viddy games that you play. Like I know you were doing these Strive tournaments at one point. Like,
GD.
Yeah.
a little
So
bit ago.
I played a lot. I played so many different games. Okay, I played. I mean, Potato and Kirby Combo introduced me into Strive, and Skullgirls, but I didn't play any Skullgirls. They taught me how to play, and then I never opened it again.
What do you main in Strive?
Soul, bad guy. You
Yeah, I
can't
you
Skullgirls.
nodded to that? You nodded to that? I thought you were gonna.
I just
Skullgirls on
no,
Steam,
I nodded in
installed,
understanding.
never
It's just like,
opened.
yeah,
Oh.
okay.
I thought you were gonna be like die.
Listen,
Anyway.
I don't care who anyone mains in any game unless you're like Steve in Minecraft.
Steven Minecraft. You mean Steve in Smash or Steve in Minecraft?
Steve from Minecraft and Smash. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm also default
Okay, yeah.
skins. No, for
Yeah,
real, like
anyways.
don't use those.
Anyways,
Tell
yeah,
her.
I played Strive for a little bit. Played in tournaments because it's like one of the other competitive games I'm in. I played in like amateur tournaments. Like I wasn't that good,
Mhm.
but I had some pretty good performances. I got pretty close to Kirby combo skill, which is kind of surprising considering Kirby combo is like heavy FGC. And Kirby
Yeah.
plays like every FGC, and they did really good at a lot of FGCs. They've been like at like many different tournaments for like not only Smash but FGC and stuff like that. So that was nice. I play Strive. I haven't played it. I don't play it as much anymore, but I still play it every now and then. I play a lot of rhythm games. Um, I played this one mobile rhythm game. It's like I wouldn't want to call it a mobile rhythm game because it's like I feel like it's better than that. Like it deserves more than that.
It's
But-
Talking
Sumo
about
Idol
Geometry
Festival
Dash, or
too.
what are you fucking yapping about?
Archaea.
Oh,
uh,
Arcade. No, a lot. I
Arcade.
know a lot of people play Arcade.
Like that's like
Called-
the only mobile rhythm game I will ever put myself through.
Not
'Cause
School
it's
Idol
it's
Festival
actually,
too.
it's actually kind of cool. So yeah, I played that
It's been
game.
brought up in every
played-
fucking episode.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it up until it's gone.
Yeah, actually,
Who's we? You!
What do you mean? I didn't bring it up.
Nintendo product, Wii U!
It's true. Oh my
That
god.
sucked. That sucked so
It
bad.
made you laugh.
Goblin.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. You laughed at that shit. But yeah.
every game I mention from now on, I'm pretty mid at. OSU, Rocket League.
Oh, don't call yourself mid at Rocket League. You got
Osu's
champ.
is seven.
got-
Oh, literally, Diamond is literally the
You got
50th.
grand champ. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, that doesn't count. Anyways, I've been diamond.
Doesn't
I've been no. I've been diamond for 98% of anything important in Rocket League, and diamond is the middle. No, plat is the middle rank. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm like
so
slightly
you're above
below-
average.
You
Oh,
should
he
really
did
play Rocket
whatever.
League ever.
He
That's another
did.
game that I have installed and never opened.
top
Yeah, my
40%. My
cousin's
bad.
getting into it.
I played Rivals of Ether. I play Smash. I haven't played Rivals in a long time. I play Smash every now and then. I only really gonna open Smash again when I have to play Badgoblin.
What are your
So-
thoughts on
Start
like,
training in
Rivals
advance.
Literally
2?
the last time I opened up Smash was when Edge was running a Smash tournament during a subathon.
I
Oh my
love
God.
the Edgeathon Smash tournament.
Fire. That was fire. Fall Guys. What was DJ Max? It's a 4K. It's a 4-key rhythm
Yeah,
game.
DJ Max is pretty.
Same thing with Flavor. It's a 4-key rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then I dabble in Ultimate Chicken Horse. If you want to play, let me know.
All right, you heard it here
Ooh,
first. If you're an
I fuck with that
OSW fan,
game.
you want to talk to him, Ultimate Chicken
Yeah,
Horse.
I will definitely
And-
hit you up for that.
Geometry Dash.
Yeah, you were
I don't wanna-
playing right before this episode. That's the
I
truth.
was playing that for this episode. When I want to kill time and I'm really bored, I just play like an easy level. of Geometry Dash.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, Badgoblin.
But yeah.
Very nice.
See, I love that this
Sorry, I
is
was
like
making
I think this
a
is
niche
falling
reference to
this-
OSW's microphone.
Exactly. Were you hearing the song?
Yeah.
No.
Oh shit. That's fucking funny, dude.
Huh.
I don't remember hearing it.
I thought you were just
Did you
hearing the
hear
click.
it?
You were just hearing the clicks.
Yeah, all was
I
hearing-
mostly heard the clicks. I couldn't. I would either. I wasn't.
I guess my
listening
brain
closely-
autofilled the rest.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I play a lot of different games. Whenever I'm bored. I mean, I can't just play Tetris forever. Like, I'm not that.
That's
I'm not
true.
that.
I
You know,
don't
it's
know
not
how
that-
people do it. I don't
I don't know how
I was
people
gonna say,
can
tell that to the other
legitimately-
80% of the community.
All I used to. I mean, that's how I got so good so fast. Is 'cause I literally all I did was
How do
play.
you not get burned out just from playing that crap all day?
And Puyo. How did I forget Puyo?
I feel like I think you kind of omitted Puyo because it was kind of a given with like PPT.
Yeah, I mean, well, not really, because a lot of PPT players are trash at Puyo.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
So
not
like-
like if you play nothing but swap, you'll eventually just become the best.
If you look at the top 5, if you look at the top 10 of like PPT Tetris in the West, only me and Dory play Puyo decent, like good.
that is true.
I'm trying.
Wumble plays it decently, but
Wumble
trying to get
actually
into
had that
Puyo.
Puyo improvement arc. He was getting better and shit.
like, but he wouldn't get top 24 and 24
I'll tell you
kickoff.
something, okay? I'll tell you about a story that shocked me with Wumbo, okay? So Wumbo does not like
Oh.
enter our PCOs or anything like that. He just doesn't enter
Right.
our online PBT tournaments. And
Right. Unless-
I think this is PCO 11. There's someone entered called Wumbo, and I had to DM Wumbo and ask him, I'm like, is this you? And I thought he was going to say no, and he replied with me, and he said, yup, XD. And he played in the
Wait.
fucking tournament.
You played? Wait, what was the tournament? Wait,
Wumbo played PCO
PCO
11. Wumbo played in PCO 11.
is it Tetris? Is that just a mixed versus?
No, it was Puyo only. He played in the
What?
Puyo bracket. Yes,
Wait,
this is the
I
truth.
Wait, I actually don't remember PCO 11, bro.
I don't think we're able to play in it, but
Oh, yeah.
because
I
I
did
need
kinda-
my TWC points. Ooh.
Whenever it's a. Oh, dude, it's your tournament, dude. It's your tournament, dude. Like, dude, like, come on, dude. Like, bro, what? You should what? Okay, dude. Do you know what?
He got stunned. He got stun locked.
I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
OSW is paralyzed, so he couldn't move.
I don't even know what to say. That move was super effective. But I don't know. Puyo is frustrating. Like I like competing in Puyo tournaments, but every loss you have in Puyo always feels like it's not your fault.
Yeah,
It's
no,
always
I
some-
understand that. I understand that as I try to learn Puyo. It's just like I'm trying to play versus, and then people send me garbage. And it's like, how am I actually supposed to learn anything if I keep losing instantly?
Tilting. It's so tilting.
Like I remember literally the first time I played Puyo, like I actually just I turned off my Switch and left.
Yeah, a lot of the skill when you get really really good at Puyo, the thing that you learn to do the most is minimize how much RNG will actually affect your gameplay. So like have multiple routes to your trigger, have multiple ways to build your chain out, like top Japanese players will do. And even then, those players will literally still get screwed over by RNG and then lose the most important tournament of the year because they play
Yeah.
like first to two sets, first to two, and for what? And then when they lose, and then it's like when someone gets RNG, when one of the best players like Tomo-kun will just lose in round one because some other Japanese player that's like really good obviously, but not Tomo-kun level will and then Tomo-kun will get RNG'd and lose in round one. It's like, dude, Tomo-kun is the better player. Well, like it's just because you played 2 second long short sets that like the better player doesn't actually win. Like, at least in Tetris, for the most part, the better player will win. And but for Puyo, you can't. It's the better player will most of the
Puyo
time.
is so hard to learn.
I've beaten Void before for like literally no reason. Like, I didn't even do anything because I got lucky, so I beat Void. Same thing with DJ Dan.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing, like,
Badgoblin.
starting off, it was just like, oh, I keep losing instantly, and then, like, one time out of the blue, randomly, I just got a 9 chain on someone, and I was like, oh.
Puyo esports experience? Wait, what do you mean?
Like
They're
PPC
talking about like
on them.
Puyo
Oh.
Esports or Puyo Champions, I think.
PPC. I play a lot.
Me and
of
my
PPC.
friends play it when we want to play, like, Puyo, but, like, it's essentially we'll play PPT, and then it's like, I don't want to see any Tetris in here. Let's just play Puyo only.
Yeah, you know
PPC
what?
is
Or if
actually-
we're, like, or if we're feeling Fever. Because Fever is, like, a...
the most active Puyo game.
Yeah, I
right
was
now.
just
Like,
about to
Puyo-
say, like, if you want to scare the Puyo fans away from my stream, PPT2 is better for Puyo versus than Puyo Champions.
Oh,
That code
last
blaze.
time. Okay.
Okay, it's mainly... If it's a netcode, then yeah, I understand.
I mean, okay, so
Exactly,
but like
exactly.
I can come home from school at 3 p.m. and play and open a bit of PPT2 and queue for 5 minutes, watch a cool video, and not find anybody. And then I can go to the home screen and click on PPC, enter queue, and find a match in 5 seconds. Like PPC
Yeah,
is
ranked
actually
is super
active
active.
at a high level. Like I'm like 2.8k, which is like, okay, actually that's not that high. It's like top 4k. I'm like actually pretty bad. I'm like actually kind of trash, but At a decently high level. It's pretty active. Where like no matter where you're queuing from, so that's nice because I could actually play a ranked game that's not Tetrio or something, you know. But it's still frustrating because they're first to two, so it's really hard to climb in that game. But yeah, I like playing a lot of different games when I'm bored of Tetris, which is a lot of the time. You will catch me. You've catch. I mean, I know Commando's got me in a lot of different VCs
Yeah.
playing different games and stuff like
He's,
that. I
he's
mean,
just gaming.
we scrapped in Lethal League. I see me play GD. See me play. Um,
We've played
Rocket League.
several rounds. Yeah, we've played Rocket League a few times together.
Yeah, Rocket League, Lethal League plays. See me play Geometry Dash. We didn't play it together, obviously.
I don't play Geometry Dash.
I mean, you can't play it together either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like. I just
yeah.
watch. Yeah.
Cool. But they're cool. It's a nice break because I can't really revolve everything around Tetris. Although it's nice to have something. You know, actually, I go to school like okay, so okay, I have this thing where I told like I made the biggest mistake of my life. I told like 3 or 2 people like 2 years ago about my Tetris like stuff.
Oh.
3 or 2. And I was like, there's like 2 or 3 people. Like, what are they gonna do? Like, it's a secret that stays with me and them. And then the 2 or 3 people tell 2 or 3 more people, and then the 2 or 3 people tell 2 or 3 more people, and now
Yep.
now everybody my
That's the
entire
whole
friend
thing.
circle now. And now like I don't know, a good like 40 people know. Something like
Jeez,
that.
that's,
Probably more.
that's
Probably
quite a
more
bit.
than that. I don't know. I know a lot of people. I'm acquaintances with a lot of people. I talk to a lot of people. I don't know.
Look
I
at
don't
that,
know, like,
Mr. Popular. Sheesh.
Actually, I did get voted as like the best person of the year 2 years ago of my school.
That's fucking awesome. Oh,
You
I
should have
know-
not said of my school. Just keep it at, yeah, I did get voted as the best person of the year 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that Stacky Awards.
I didn't even know it was like a thing that was happening until people were like, "Oh yeah, congrats." I'm like, "What?"
I
But-
remember senior year of high school. I got voted most sarcastic.
Oh my
I
God.
can see that. That checked out.
I cleared best comeback superlative and did not care about any categories. I actively only checked that one. I could have won some other shit and I didn't check.
One of them was like worst case of senioritis, and if you knew me senior year of high school, you knew I didn't care at all. Like
That
I
probably
stopped
would've
giving
been
a
me
shit
if
about
I
everything.
cared
And
about
like
sports.
I was kind of campaigning for that, but no, I got most sarcastic, and I was like, you know what? We'll take it. If this
Yeah.
is how I'm remembered. So be it.
Yeah, but now people just I don't know. Some people know. Some people will talk to me every now and then. I mean, people don't bring it up that often, obviously, but I'll be in a conversation with someone, and then for some reason they'll bring it up, and congrats, another 2 people now know. Yay! You know what I mean? Like, bro, like it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Sometimes when I'm bored, when I'm bored in class, there's this one unblocked Tetris website that I would get on. It's like it's crazy. It's like actually modern Tetris. Like it's function. Like I could do a Gamo Shiro.
Yeah, I had one of those. I used one of those to fucking practice my
and
DT
now it's
cannon.
blocked. Now it's blocked. Like what do I do? I'm so
no.
bored. Now I just focus on typing.
I
And for some reason now that I do monkey type.
You gotta
and
bring
I do,
your
I
Switch to school.
Minesweeper,
No.
play Minesweeper. I
Can I
play
just say, the
Google
fact that website is called Monkey Type is so awesome.
It's crazy. I don't know.
They have
But
to
for
call
some
it.
reason,
Dude, I see so many people just hopping on like. There's so many people in my classes that I'll just be like sitting in lecture, and then I'll look over my computer, and then I'll just see like at least 4 different people on chess.com.
Oh, that's
great.
fucking awesome. Let's go.
but I mean,
But see,
I
monkey
spent so
type
much time-
punctuation only is an experience.
I will not
Oh,
do that.
no.
I will not do that. I will not be doing that. I
That
spent
is
so
a-
much
Monkey
time
It's
on
not a
monkey
good
type
experience, but it's an
punctuation only.
experience.
I was so bored that I pushed my typing speed to. I think my PB is now like in the 130s for some reason.
Yeah, that's close to
That's around
mine,
where
which
I'm
is
at, I
crazy.
think.
You're
Yeah.
fat.
I
Yo,
haven't
type
done
race,
monkey type in a
vodcast
while.
type race.
I'm losing
knows?
because I haven't checked my WPM,
You know what?
and I know
Okay,
my
I'll say
accuracy
it.
is dog shit.
If this episode of the VODcast gets 100 likes, we'll do a Type Racer episode.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I'm dead.
Episode
I'm toast.
is a big step from what
Okay.
I was saying.
I mean,
Golly.
dude,
Like
We'll do
like
a
section.
Typeracer episode, not just a section. An
Are we
episode.
bringing back OSW for the Type Racer episode?
I'll
Oh
be
my
down.
gosh. I'm making a
dude,
comeback.
call me a steak well done. I'm cooked. Like, nah.
Dude, I swear I've heard you drop that line twice in my life. I don't know when else you said it.
I'll drop it a third time if we have to do it. I'm cooked.
Oh my god.
Like, get the sauce. Like,
you know
no,
what else
it's
I
over
want?
for me.
I want a hot cooking opinion from OSW. I think this is the last question we'll ask before going to Q&A because we've been using a lot of time here. OSW.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask this in two ways. You can answer it in the mean way or the nice way, all right?
What?
What is your least favorite part about the Tetris community? Or what do you think the Tetris community needs to improve on the most? Pick how mean you want to be.
This is tough. I really don't. I don't. I guess my least favorite part is how focused we are on Tetrio instead of every game combined.
That's what I'm saying. I can't.
I mean,
I can't
Made
follow,
Edge's
bro.
like month.
I didn't even
In a
coach him to say
world-
that.
In a world where I can be top 2 in the West of one game and then arguably fourth in a different game, and then be less known than your average top 20 Tetrio player is a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the truth.
It's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. I mean, same thing with like viewers, same thing with like I don't know, prize pools and stuff like that. It's all kind of like Tetrio's got a big weighted a big weight on the
Commando.
overall makeup of the entire Tetris community. Stacky's the first year of Stacky's was crazy.
Yeah, we actually had
first
to
year
put
this-
things in place where it
Yeah.
just wouldn't be a popularity vote win from Tetrio.
what-
Like we had
that's
to
what-
actively.
That's what put the
Alright.
nail in the coffin was when it was like Blarg, Vince HD, DL, CZ, here's
Blarg
Kazu,
again.
but not because Kazu's playing guideline. It's because Kazu misdrops in Tetrio, stuff like that.
Something like that.
you
I
know.
just wish the licensed games had more broader appeal because they kind of do deserve them, especially the players who play them. Obviously, it makes sense why Tetrio is more popular. Let's not misconstrue that. Like it absolutely
Right,
makes sense.
Free.
It's just in my ideal world, it would be easier, even not even exactly level, just a more level playing field rather than
Right.
PPT, TEC, and Tetrio right here. Like if we could bring the other two like to here, like I'd be
Yeah.
a pretty happy man.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Sega literally was aware of
Gave a
of the
shit?
games that
Yeah.
I don't even know if they know that they have PPT2. Like, I don't get it. Like, they just they released the game, has 17 problems, and dipped. They left. I don't know where they're at.
They come back, remove 2 lines from the combo table, and then leave again.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's
it's
not
fixed.
one
Let's
thing that they
try.
fixed. Was
The
it a
2
bug?
gotta go-
lines from the combo table is still what gets me to this day.
We gotta go
Because
work
it's
on the-
only 2
There's
lines.
Sonic now.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
gotta go
same
work
game,
on the-
but there's Sonic now, and that makes it okay.
No, that makes it worse, if anything.
What was that one Sonic game that was poorly made? Like, it was really glitchy on release. Was it?
But most of them created by the
Like
Sonic
all
team
of
besides Mania. You've described the mainline Sonic series of the past 20 years.
Congratulations, you found the Sonic franchise.
God
What was the one
damn.
before? What was the one before Frontiers?
Forces.
Forces, Sonic Forces. That one. Oh, Twitter.
Oh,
Frontiers
Oh,
was low-key worse. Frontiers didn't work. The game
So-
just didn't function.
I forgot
Yeah.
Frontiers was a thing.
Sega's
So
like,
did
all right,
everyone
I
else.
fixed PPT. Now I gotta go make my next glitch Sonic game. It's just-
Now time to make another mid-Sonic game. Let's go.
No.
From the studio that brought you Sonic 06.
I think that's one of the
Sonic
biggest
team.
problems is that they just don't know what's going on. Like, at least OSK actually knows what's going on, and he'll do stuff, and he'll make UIs and make banners for the tournaments and change
TWC
the
was like
make the skin and make a skin for TWC, which was fire. Oh my gosh, that skin was so good.
It
But
was
yeah.
so good.
It's just not. It's crazy how different it is, and it's kind of sad. I kind of got over it. I've become numb to it because it's been so long that I've been saying this that I really at this point.
Justice for PPT.
At this
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
it's-
you eventually get used to it.
Mhm.
Speaking also from.
Well,
But,
it'll be interesting to see how two key things coming up shake up the scene, because one, for Tetrio, there's going to be Kersis soon enough, and there's a
Really
significant
coming-
portion of the community who has said that they will unironically quit Tetrio when character system comes out. Like, that is a major sweeping phenomenon.
So
I am
what
not
I'm
one of
hearing
them,
is
but I think
Tetrio's
it'll
going to be
be some
around
of
for
them.
another 3 years.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
for
I don't.
real. I
I
don't think that's
don't-
lasting. But also, Tetra Esports.
LSW said it's his
I'm
game.
very much.
I don't know.
I said it at the end of the Snow's Infinite break. I'm very much looking forward to what Tetra Esports has.
I'm looking
'Cause
forward to
I
it.
really liked what I saw.
Free
I think
game,
it's
by
gonna-
the way.
It's gonna take a lot to take people from Tetrio and put them on Tetra Esports, or at
I
least
think it's possible.
I-
And there's also just like it doesn't have to like take over. Like it'd be cool to see a world where they coexist and like people
Yeah, but
enjoy
they just
the
don't-
delay
Well,
game
give at the
in
very
addition
like I
to
don't.
unlimited.
It's not so much that I want to see like Tetrio fail.
I mean, yeah, I
It's
don't
more
wanna
so I
see-
want to see the attention being brought to other games as well.
I'm saying, okay. Let me say it the other way. It's gonna take a lot for Tetra Esports to rise up to that amount of popularity. It's kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't have like a big like. It doesn't have like PPT is made by Sega. They have that. That's like a really big.
Yeah, it's
reason
just they
why
have publishing power.
TWC is beautiful, and it also does have a company behind it. Tetrio is free, and it looks really nice.
I'd say
and I
TEC
mean-
kind of hit a lucky PR wind, where like a lot of
TEC?
YouTubers were talking about it and trying it out.
Yeah, and
And,
in that one video, 1989 expert plays Tetris Effect. For some reason, that keeps popping up on my record.
Decahexatrus ever of all time, except the 3 people who did it before him.
It keeps popping up on my recommended, and I don't know why. Like, I literally don't. I don't.
It
don't
just
know.
wants you to know, rather than recommending new Tetris content made by people in the modern Tetris community. I recommend that doc.
But
Hey, if you want new Tetris content, you can find it over at the Edge TE channel.
We're making the
What do you
vodka.
mean
what I'm saying.
over at?
Go-
We're here right
regular-
now. We're
regular
literally
uploads.
on the Edge TE channel right now.
Some of the, if you don't know, some of them are edited by Marshmallow now, I think also.
Yes, that's
And
true.
Marshmallow's-
I've
Marshmallow's
you got the
Marshmallow
talking
Edge is cool,
points.
so
Marshmallows
I had
the
that-
Sunday
things.
highlight reel.
I had that question. What's happening? Because I watched that video, and you were like, "I'm working with Marshmallow," and I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, what's going on?"
Someone's not watching my uploads.
Marshmallow
dude.
editing.
I watched the video, but I
Oh, this
don't.
is This is
I
a clear
watched the-
reminder. Watch Edge's highlight reels because those have been coming
Yeah,
out.
so I upload a video every Sunday, OSW, and they're edited by Marshmallow, and they're like really cool, funny stream highlights,
Oh,
optimized for
Awesome.
ADHD average view retention, so
so
I
I
get
got
my
it.
watch
So I
hours
got
get
it.
monetized.
you're telling me I got binging to do?
Yeah, you do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there are a few out so far. You got a little bit of time.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Some of them, there are two.
He also,
there's
I don't know
one-
if you know this, started a podcast pretty recently as well.
Wait, what?
Did
I mean, I
they?
haven't watched it, but I heard.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm the Spike fan. Oh, that video's up on my recommend. I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah,
haven't clicked on it yet.
now I think that we're out of our like own questions. Let's go to the community Q&A. We've had people
Oh
submit
my God.
questions for the entire episode. First question from Azura, who's been awfully like unhinged. Out of Azura's 3 chat messages I remember, she said, "Wait, Edge retired? Question mark. Is this what it's like to be on Hot Ones?" And then this message.
Don't discount. Get me on. I can do a mean Poyo.
Oh
Also,
yeah.
she called me Oswald.
Oh, yes, true. Azura, if you're still listening, join a voice chat in my Discord server, and I want to hear you do a mean Poyo. We'll have you on for that.
What?
And probably
Azura-
eventually for a
Azura's been
dedicated
going-
episode.
Azura's been going crazy ever since that transfer of ownership.
Dog,
Let me-
it's been like 4 days.
I'll,
It's been
He
a-
is
it's
the
been a
head that
wild few
wears
days.
the puzzle crown.
I'll send a DM, I guess.
But yeah, how did it feel, OSW, to lose to Badgoblin?
In what though? Like in Smash Bros?
Yes,
Once?
I presume that's what this meant.
I kind of felt it coming.
That's cap.
I mean, you're good at the
definitely-
game. All I
You were
did,
beating me during the warm-up games.
Wait,
You were, like
did you
consistently
actually-
winning
did you-
until we started the
Wait,
set.
wait, did you guys actually want Azura on the podcast to do a mean Puyo?
Yes, I want Azura to come on
Well,
and do a
do you
Poyo.
think that your Poyo holds up?
Oh my god.
Oh well, I guess we're finding out.
Azura-
Are we allowed to have her on here? Isn't she on Apple Orchard?
Well, she's
Oh,
not.
shit.
I'm not.
She's
But
not a
that
guest. She's an
podcast-
intruder.
You should put the Azura's image and just like expand it to the and fit it on the bottom below all of our pictures.
Cover
just
all
wide
your
Really
as
shit.
wide,
Ex-
really short Azura.
Yeah, really wide, really short Azura, like right below us.
Oh
my
man,
God.
I'm working on it.
Oh my god. Well, I assume that means my question came up.
Yes, your
Yes.
question did come up.
It was actually funny. I remember like Badgoblin was like sitting there waiting for OSW to play him in Smash and WPO.
There was a huge gap of time during the tournament was going on where it was post Azura being live on the couch and everyone being there, and pre people being done with the bracket. So it was just my stupid ass sitting alone on the Smash couch playing with no one because the TV wasn't hooked up to Wi-Fi. So I'm just sitting here playing against like level 9 Dark Samus CPU for like 40 minutes.
Why not level 10?
Okay. No, okay.
There's
So
no
I
level
know,
10
there,
yet.
there is
After
no level
nine.
10, no.
That shows you how much
I mean,
Smash
I-
I played.
I know that you're better. I know that you're better than me. So I would talk trash and stuff, but in reality, I don't know how I was winning those friendly games, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know what was going on there. So when the set started, I was like, I could take one, right? I didn't take one. I didn't take one. I didn't take one.
Everybody gets one except you.
I'll get one next
no
year.
mercy.
I'll get one.
I'm sure you would beat
Okay, the
Badgoblin
runback.
up in like Strive or something.
I
Or
would.
Tetris.
Yeah.
Unless it was four
That's-
wide, which is what I was thinking
this
of
is
when I wrote the
pretty
question.
much the
Oh no!
forgot about that.
Not the okay. You know, there's something spicy we need to bring up next week during the podcast. I'm just gonna say that much.
All right, ready
Next
to recruit
week.
them. So we can
If
remember.
we're talking about Snow's Infinite next week.
Oh yeah,
Oh shoot, that's crazy.
Well, I'm gonna
I forgot
come
we
back
had that
next
topic.
year, and it'll be different. I'll take one game, and I'll pop off, and I'll leave.
All right.
And
I think the question
No, like,
for now.
He's gonna
is-
walk away with a 6-1, but it's a proud 6-1.
I'll take
Let's
one.
go.
I took a game.
It's
Bad
a six-
Goblin.
one and a handshake.
You're doing what the guy did to HBox in Grand Finals, where he lost and popped off in HBox's face. You get the one game at some point in the set, and you're good. It's over now. It's wrapped up, and you're out
That's
of here.
awesome. What I need to
The
know
reverse
is,
pop.
there,
Fred
I
did
need to
that
hear
once.
this Poyo.
They did
That
not.
was inaudible. That did not come
I
out
mean-
right.
Cut.
Okay, let me turn off noise suppression. Hang on.
She said, "Yeah."
There you
I-
go.
I was
What
distracted.
are we rating it? What are we rating it? Out of 10. Out of 10.
I give it
give
at
it-
least a 7.
Really? I give it a
That's
4 because
savage.
it ended with like too much of a U. It wasn't like a yo at the end.
Dang.
Like Kirby
I'm
has
getting-
the second half more pronounced, and you did the first half more
I'm
pronounced.
gonna-
That's inaccurate to the
No,
lore.
no. It's pretty. It's
This
pretty
is such an
equal.
interesting tangent. We just found
OSW,
ourselves in.
what's your rating?
Getting dicey.
Can I get a run back? Can I get a replay?
Go back in the vodcast. Listen to it on YouTube. Go back on that.
Hold on. Skip me
I have
first.
the stream up at 144p just to see the chat. The 144p wide Azura is killing me right now.
Wait, hold on.
This is actually an incomprehensible image in the best way.
Can you take a picture
on, I
of
get
it?
it.
Like a one time
Yeah, I got you.
No, I see what he's
Hold on, I'll
talking
send
about
you
now.
this.
That's fun.
That's actually hilarious.
Okay,
I'm gonna tweet
back.
that right
It's
now.
so good.
I'm back. That was
Yeah, just
pretty
treat
good.
that and then the normal like vodcast promotion thing. Like, come watch the vodcast, but just that's the image.
I'm gonna give that a 7.5. That was pretty good.
Ooh,
yeah,
alright, that's a
I
high
will-
average.
I mean,
I'm gonna bump up the average. It gets a 9 for me. The
Wait,
sub.
that is what?
oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
big. That's like
So
an
we got
8
a
average
4,
now.
a 7, a 7 and
The
a
4 to
half.
9 range. So you average like a 7-ish. I mean, honestly, I don't
7
know how
out of
good
10, not
OSW
enough
is,
water.
so we really have no basis to know if that was good or not. Relative.
Your
But
overall
objectively
score.
speaking,
Your overall score is a 6.87500.
Thanks for
there's
that.
still
Congrats.
further to go. I
you've
gotta
been deemed
improve.
slightly
You
above
can improve
average.
it on the
Listen,
sequel.
what,
It's
what we
okay.
need to know is because you'll definitely be on this show probably multiple times in the future. By the next time you're on, we need to see if it gets better.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
God, I
yes.
have to
Poyo
grind.
progression.
You have to grind.
You have to grind
Look,
your
she
polio.
can do it. I remember DMing Azura unprompted at 11 p.m. saying, "Hi, can you send me a soundbite, please?" And then a string of text. And she replied in like a matter of minutes, and that shit was crisp. So I'm a believer.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't
3
remember
cheers
this.
for Zura.
We will not remember this until next week.
Yeah, tune in to the next episode.
Yeah, like when you bring up fucking Love Live again.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what? It's gonna happen every week until Love Live School Idol Festival 2 is gone. And even then, I'll probably talk about it because there's gonna be a terrible post-mortem.
Will the podcast last longer than Love Live? Is the question.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Yes,
All right,
yes, you know
I'm
what?
not Apple
Out of
Voice.
sheer
Absolutely.
stubbornness, we will.
As long as you don't keep
That's what I like
watching
to
and
hear.
hitting like on these episodes, you never know how long we'll go. They keep you on your toes.
I think the last day it's available. It should be like when we just talk about it nonstop.
Oh yeah, we should also pretend to end the show and then come back season 2. We just go silent for 2 weeks.
Go
We
silent
can-
for 2 weeks. Turns out we're all going to MTS and we're just gonna have an episode there.
The only thing
Wait,
that's
that would go
different is we just
crazy.
changed the S in the
No.
podcast to a 2. That's the only difference.
Wait, then that implies that there are 2 hosts, so who the fuck gets booted?
No, it's
Uh-oh.
the second season.
Find out
It's
in
season
Tetris
two.
Survivor where you get to...
Alright, I
I'm
think,
gonna-
Yeah, that's the
think
real
that-
question. Will the podcast end before Tetris Survivor Season 2 starts?
probably
I
not.
think
Who
you know what?
fucking knows?
You know what? When Tetris Survivor starts, that's our vodcast topic.
I'm the new co-host. You guys are both kicked. It's just me and Edge.
Oh, brother.
Honestly, I can't believe you said that to me.
Oh, come on.
Sorry. Yes, you can.
But yeah, thank you, Azura, for poyoing for us. It was a pleasure.
I get out.
But this
The
is
pleasure is all
our
mine.
longest episode to date. I'm trying to wrap this one up. As OSW has
Start
to
asking
sleep.
more questions that are funny
No,
enough that we
actually-
have to read them
actually-
out.
Yes.
I
We
do not
have-
have a time. I do not have a time limit because I thought it was on Thursday. It's actually on Friday, so I don't know. I'll be here.
Oh well,
forever.
fuck. Never mind. All right, we're stalling the
All right,
podcast. All right,
the
boys.
the longest episode of the vodcast yet. Have the song in the background when you play Minecraft.
Yep.
Podcast
True.
Desert Bus.
At some point before
Well,
midnight.
that's true, actually. I remember someone asking what you thought of the Baja Blast. That's another question for the list.
Yes. It wasn't submitted in the Q&A thing. But
I'm
we
not
can
that
answer that right
familiar. I'm not that familiar with the Baja Blast.
Really? You haven't
Go to a
drank it
Walmart.
before?
Like,
How many times do you drink
No?
it?
I hate soda.
you know what? No,
This
that's
guy
actually
off the
fair.
fucking
Never
show.
mind.
No, I don't hate soda, but I don't like it. I would never buy soda.
I can understand that sentiment.
I'd never go out of
OSW,
my
I'm
way to-
buying you a Baja Blast at the next tournament that we both attend.
Okay.
I will say, I will
get
say,
a buck.
when
I've
you
never
don't
had
have
one
a
either.
soda for a while and then you drink another one, it tastes like
I don't like.
it tastes like pure heaven.
I don't like it. It's just
Especially if it's a
assaulting my
Baja
lungs.
Blast.
It literally is just assaulting my lungs. Like, why would I want that?
Baja Blast is available in Walmart.
Like, what's the
something.
benefit?
It's
of
available
soda?
in stores year round because it's like the year of Baja or something
Like
stupid
every
like
time,
that.
every time, like my sister used to order like Sprites and stuff. Like if we were to go to like some sort of fast food place, and
If you go, okay,
I would
to
try
be
to get a
fair,
sip. What's up?
to be fair, McDonald's Sprite is another level.
Of bad or good?
Like it's just another level of soda. It's like it will attack your lungs with how carbonated
Oh,
it
okay,
is.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no, it
that's
is
good.
Yeah,
kind yeah.
like you're not alone.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never liked soda. I've never
Goblin,
really.
you're muted right now if
No,
you don't know that. I didn't know if you do.
Bro is yapping.
Typing
was-
taco bedge in my chat.
I know. I'm just.
He's on
He's
another
yapping.
level.
He's yapping.
Yeah. But now we got a big kind of serious question here. A random guy asks, "How did your parents come to understand your place within the competitive scene, and which event made them stand fully behind you?" If this has happened.
To be honest, I mean, none of this really did happen. I mean, I will. I mean, like, okay, let's see. I don't even know where to. Okay, I mean, at the beginning, especially, I would be like, "Look, I did this." Like, especially like I won Tetris 99, and then it's like, "Look, I'm playing in this tournament or whatever, and I did pretty well." And they're like, "Cool." They never really were like, um, like, stop doing that, or academics is more important, or focus on sports instead. Because what I mean, I didn't have anything for them to like pick on me for. Like I had straight A's and I did sports and stuff, so there's nothing like wrong. So they had no reason to stop me. So they kind of just let me do whatever I wanted in the competitive scene. So I just kind of kept going, and then like at some random points in time, my dad would come in and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" And I would like talk to them about the game or whatever, and that's something that I did. And they're like, "Wait, you're that good?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I just I did this whatever. I got the Western record in PPT sprint." And they're like, "Wait, and like the entire Western Hemisphere?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty good." And they're just like, it's stuff like that that makes them realize that I am very good. But I don't have anything in particular that I need to prove to them. They know that I'm very good. And I mean, going to WPL, I feel like that really only happened because it was a free flight, and also because it was the last thing we could do before my sister went to college. So it was like that's kind like I didn't have to like prove myself. And if I didn't prove myself, then I did by the fact that I earned all the money back from the trip, from the expenses of the expenses of the trip from
Yeah.
winning the WPL stuff. Like I have an infinite money glitch right now.
Okay, dude.
Like
Honestly,
If I
it's
don't-
really cool. It's really cool that you managed to like show up, and it was honestly the people that were there with you, like your family, and I think you said like some of your like neighbors or something.
they were like cousins that I don't know, but they were there.
Yeah,
That's
no, it was
crazy.
so fun. It was so fun because I would just be like I would just be chilling at the venue, and like they would be talking so much with the bartender and everything, and it was so funny. It was so funny to hear their conversations, and it was great.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, they're very lenient with what I do, so I can kind of just do
That's
whatever
good.
I want to, as long as I'm in check. I mean, like I said, I've never really had moments where I'm like slipping up and I need to like my act together because I don't know. I didn't really have like major discipline. Oh, hold up.
You got this.
Disciplinary?
Say that again.
Disciplinary?
Disciplinary.
Yep.
Yes.
There you go.
I never
Big
had
word
that-
for him.
I never had that. Okay, dude. Like, come
It's
on.
microscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Dude.
MIC. No. No, I never had any disciplinary like problems to where like they had to like I don't know cut me off, like not let me do this and whatnot.
Well
And I mean,
behaved child.
I'm making money, so like come on. So Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any major things. I'm very surprised that they were supportive of letting me go to Ohio. I don't know if they're gonna let me go again. I really hope they do, but I have no idea.
I love the implication, like, supported me going to Ohio. Not to the tournament, just to Ohio.
That's what they call it. That's what they call it. They call it the Ohio tournament or like whatever. Like they call it like the place in Ohio. Like they don't really like they refer to CEO as the place in Daytona Beach or the tournament in Daytona Beach. Like they just gotta use the geographical location as the name of the tournament.
See, my mom when she talks about it, she just says it's Columbus or like Philadelphia or Toronto. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I normally say like the in shorthand or like to relatives, I say the cities I'm not going to. So
Yeah,
I say I
yeah,
go
I'd
to
say the cities.
Columbus.
Yeah, I had to tell them the name of the CEO because they didn't know what building to look for when we actually got there. That's the first time that they've actually heard of the name of the tournament of it being CEO. So, yeah, but no, I mean they're great, and it's very nice that I have the ability to do what I do without even despite the fact that I'm really not that much in control of where I travel. I mean, if I was in control, I would definitely try to travel more. Like I'm sad I missed Snows Infinite. Would love to go to some MTS, but it's really not in my control. Like, I can't travel that much
yeah.
because not
That's cool
I
that you
I
can at
can't.
least make it to some of them. You know.
I may want to travel, but someone has to come with me, and not a lot of people they can't really do that. So yeah, we'll see.
I'm shackled with you, brother. I feel you.
Yeah, I would love to go. I would
I
love to go
spent
to
a lot of
everything.
money traveling.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my answer.
All right. Now we got another question. This is the first and I think only double question to ask. Mitsuuki and Andrew asked about your favorite Kirby game.
I'm gonna say right now. Actually, no. You know what? There are multiple good answers for this. Never
I
mind.
was
I
gonna say,
have
if you're gonna
two.
say there's a right and wrong answer, you're wrong.
I have two.
All right, let's hear it.
Also, I would like to preface this by saying, I actually am not a big Kirby fan. Like I play some Kirby games, but I don't really play that many. Like I haven't played Kirby's Forgotten Land. I mean, well, I've played like
I haven't
I've,
either, man.
I've played like 5 minutes of Kirby's Forgotten Land. Uh, I played a little bit of Star Allies. I didn't play it through it, but the two games that I played the most, that I loved the most. Hold on.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen.
left us on. Left us on.
And the one that I love the most.
Yeah, you will
That
forever be
one,
left.
and also
I will not answer the question. You will forever be left on a cliffhanger.
OSW's dad had to censor his ass before he said some wacky shit on the VODcast.
Okay, so the two
His
games
dad
that
came in to
I
give him
liked
a
most-
better Kirby game.
I don't know which one to say is I liked more, but the two games is Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Wii, and Kirby's Triple Deluxe for the 3DS.
The DS ones were fire.
I have 99. I have 99%.
Oh,
I have 99% completion on Kirby's Triple Deluxe, and I have not gone back to get 100%, and I'm mad because I couldn't beat True Arena, bro. It's too hard.
I
sucked.
mean, yeah,
I
True
was so
Arena's
bad.
hard.
I was actually so bad. Nowadays, I would actually like put time into grinding it. I'd probably be like, a functioning human being to the point. Because this was when I was like 9 that I was playing this game. So.
I'm
But,
sure now you
DS
probably
games
better.
catalog is so.
probably-
I think you should go. I think you should go through like the rest of the Kirby, like chronology.
Yeah,
Like you should play more of the Kirby games.
I should.
Yeah,
I should. Oh, I played. Okay, this one doesn't count. This one's not. This is a half Kirby game. I played Kirby Super Clash, or whatever. Is that what it's called?
Oh, Super Kirby Clash.
Yeah, Super Kirby.
Yeah, I mean that's free on Switch.
That's a half Kirby game. That's not really. It's not really.
It's a spin-off.
I didn't really. I mean, it's not like it's one of my favorites. It was okay. But yeah, that's my favorite. Those are my two favorite Kirby games. Yeah.
Well,
I should-
what we learned here tonight is that OSW needs to play more Kirby games.
True.
Yeah, I
He
guess
agrees
that
with it.
is the case. I mean, it's literally your whole persona, so
Yes.
you
It's
gotta
your
get
whole.
that one right.
I would
can't
come
rag
on
on you for this.
I
I've
would
never
come on
played
here with my
Undertale.
face. I would come on here with my face if it wasn't gonna be in like 144p. So you guys,
Well,
that would be the only thing you could focus on the entire time is how low quality my face
maybe
would
by
be.
the next vodcast we'll have a better camera
I have like
situation.
I don't know. I'm just using the laptop webcam. It's like really bad.
No, you know what? Laptop webcams, no.
It's
It's
really
fine.
bad.
It's understandable. It's
And
understandable.
I
What do you
don't have
mean? Are
any
you saying this
problem.
isn't peak quality?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Earlier, when you were eating your soup, your quality tanked for a bit.
That's
Too
fucking
many
crazy.
fucking things on screen. The bitrate can't handle it.
Your bitrate tanked when you were eating soup.
Soup was
Hi,
too fire.
Jameson.
Me on the way to steal the
He's trying
pixels from. He's
For
trying to
some
lower
reason,
his
it doesn't look
bitrate.
that bad.
It actually doesn't look that bad. You're fine right now.
Also, did my question get erased from the timeline? What happened?
Did you
Thank you.
ask one?
You should just ask
I
it.
did.
It didn't
I
show
said,
up.
who do you consider to be your biggest rival in the stacker community currently?
Okay, that's actually a good question.
That's a good question.
I have multiple depending on the game. In PPT. Okay, I have one like person that I I can't even really believe that we are still the same skill level over so much time, but that would be Jaden PPT. Uh, I me and Jaden have been close, like have had close tournament sets since like the beginning of 2021. Like like we like like we cannot we've had like tiebreaker sets since 2021, and no matter how good I get, Jaden PPT gets that good, and it's like Jaden PPT
You keep saying Jaden
will not leave
PPT.
me
You know you
win.
can just call her
Jaden
Jaden, right?
Jaden PPT is
Gotta drop the full.
I don't know. It's
Gotta
weird.
drop
Like
the full thing.
we have the same progression rate, and it's like it's almost scary. Like especially this time. Like this time, I was like, oh, I got her this time, bro. I just peeked out of nowhere. I just beat Uyashoda. Actually, guys, I beat Uyashoda in ranked 3 times in PPT. You know the game where he's number 2. Yeah,
That's
yeah, I
all.
beat him 3 times. Anyways, I did that, and I was like, wow, this has to be this has to be the time that I have finally, I have finally broken free of the Jaden PPT curse. No, she's still beating me. I played her today. She was beating me. So like I don't know. So Jaden is a rival of mine. I don't know. In terms of think about that is, and this could very much change with Bankai League, but I've had like a pretty big edge over her when it comes to actual tournament play. Oh my god.
That was such a delayed reaction.
I didn't realize until Commando made the phase. But yeah,
Life is so fucked.
it was one sided for a while. The WPL, she beat me at WPL, and that really woke me up. And now, I'm not trying to let that happen again. Bankai League, you better watch out. You know what I mean? But so that's for PPT. Other than that, it was Dormy. But I feel like now in PPT, it's kind of all of the top 5. Because, like I said, we're all kind of able to beat each other. And I don't have any one individual who I have maybe Blarg. I guess I've always wanted to beat Blarg, but I've never been able to beat him. I've come pretty close, but he's too good to. I don't think he would consider me a rival in PPT. That will change today. I mean at WPL, not today. What? Why did I say today?
WPL's happening
WPL.
today, folks.
WPL 2024 that will change. TEC, I would go with. I would go with. Rocky. I don't know. Rocky probably doesn't really know that much about me. I mean, we play in ranked all the time, and we get really close sets. They're the person I'm the closest to. I feel like. I mean, I'm very close to Dormy too, but once again, those sets are kind of one-sided when it comes to like ranked and stuff like that. Well, actually, yeah, I would say so. So, I mean, Araki is like someone that was more mysterious. Like I didn't know if I was better than them or not. But I did beat them in TWC, but it was like 5-4. Like it was really close. So, yeah, I would say Rocky for TC. For Tetrio, Tetrio is it's complicated because I think right now, like in the era of TW, like leading up to TWC finals, it was definitely Westel. But right now, I don't know. Right now, I'm in a bit of a slump to where I feel like I don't really even consider myself like I don't even really consider myself that close to Westel or Fort in terms of skill at this point. Everybody's kind of just like getting a lot better, and I'm kind of I'm kind of stuck right now, trying to not able to improve as fast as I was before. So I don't have a rival in Tetrio really. I don't know. The person that I encounter the most, I guess, is like ergonomics, but I wouldn't consider them a rival because I don't really play them outside of TL, and I wouldn't consider someone that I play in TL a rival. But if I had to pick anyone, it would probably be like Westel or Fordism, just because they beat me the most, and they're the people that I want to beat the most, out of anybody, and but you know, I've got some catching up to do if I want to get back to the level where they are scared of me, because right now right now I'm kind of far away, so we'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of different players, but yeah.
All right.
That was pretty great, pretty comprehensive look into to what you're looking at there. I think our final viewer submitted question was from Moose. He asked something along the lines of if you could fight anyone in the Tetris community, who would you fight?
Oh
OSW
boy.
could beat up one Tetris player. Who would it be? Was the question.
Boy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like I said before, you know, I had my toxic list, right? I had my 4-person toxic list. You know, Badgoblin, Commando, Moose PK, and wait, I forgot the last word. Oh, Johnny Bones.
Yo, wait.
So-
Can I add someone to the list real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, the special someone, the originator of Omar, the one and only John at Dreadnought in the Discord.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Oh my.
Yes,
John just got called out.
John fucking thought your name was Omar. I don't know why.
Wait, actually thought it was, or just just guessed it was? Like, did they assume my name was Omar?
I'm pretty
He thought it was, and then we were like, "Why do you think that?" And he was like, "I don't know. He's black."
No,
Which is a crazy thing to commit to.
I will not scrap with John, but
okay, now I remember now. I think the exact thing he said was one of his like black friends is named Omar, so he's just saying this is one of his friends' names.
That's
So-
interesting.
yeah, you guys are
Fucking
on the
John.
chopping block. You guys are on the chopping block, but I feel like there's no one person that I would like to scrap with more.
I will say, OSW, if you're challenged to fight me,
And
Get ready.
the one and only Commando. You and me got beef, bro.
You're fighting
Alright.
Commando.
I'm here for it. I'm an instigator.
all right.
You know,
Catch
You
those
know how
hands.
many times this guy will be like, before WPL is like, I'm gonna throw you across the room. Oh, I'm gonna throw you across the room. Oh, you're so short. I'm gonna throw you across the room. And then I show up and we're the same height. We're the same height. Dude, I'm like half a decade younger, dog. Put some pep in your step.
Damn.
Some broccoli, dude. Get
Half
some
a
sleep.
decade's a bit generous.
I don't know, man.
We got our new stacky skit. No longer Moose fighting Blue High.
You got some work
It's
to do,
Commando
bro.
and OSW squaring it up.
I can still throw you.
I mean, like 2 centimeters.
All right, I got winner of this. This is
The
hilarious.
height doesn't matter when it comes to throwing.
No. Okay. Where's you? Nah.
You know what? If you want to fight me, let's run it.
Creator clash.
Yeah, for
Legit-
real.
Creator clash.
Tetris boxing.
April 14th.
Like I had that tweet where I was talking about how Street Fighter was having matches in an octagon, and I was not kidding when I was asking when we're gonna have that for Tetris.
Moose, I feel bad. Moose, you.
Moose
I would-
really wants to just beat up some
I
kids.
would fight you, but you.
Moose is like
you've been through
experienced
enough.
with judo.
I don't want to fight him. He's
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
got
I'm not trying to assault the geriatric, bro. Let him live.
Moose is okay. Moose is fine. I still got beef with Moose, but like, I will fight
Well,
for
you
that.
want to settle it in another way? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
We can,
How would you
Yeah.
settle that beef?
if OSW wants to settle it, then I can settle it. I'm fine with that.
I remember this time Moose was talking trash about me in Smash, and then I went and 3-stocked him, and then he left. We
Jameson
played one
said-
game. We played one game. He was like, "Oh, you're trash," and then we played a game. And
Yo,
I 3-stocked him. And
At
No,
Smash,
Jameson
challenge
said
you
that
to Tekken.
I was gonna play
Moose.
Moose in Smash, and OSW told me to JV4 Moose, and I was one hit away from JV4 in him.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. But yeah, Commando, we got beef. But
All
yeah.
right, just
I mean,
run it. You'll catch these
In
hints.
total, I got you guys are on the block. Like if I had to pick anybody, it'd be one of you four.
Sounds like it's me.
To be honest,
how
I
much
don't
you're
even-
saying it. I mean, it sounds like it's
I don't
me.
even really know why Badgoblin is on the list, but he's on the list.
I'm mad toxic, specifically during matches we play where I have the advantage.
That's
and
why you're on
no
the
other
list.
times.
That's
Yeah.
why you're on the list.
The
Actually, I don't know
four wide match was vile.
Oh, that one? Oh, that's what put you on the list. That's what put you
Yeah,
on the list.
yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know, but on the Hue 99, was it Hue 99? Was it a Hue stream? No.
I think it was.
Was not. I don't think it was.
No,
a
what?
Hue
It was
stream.
Hugh's birthday stream.
Oh yeah, on the Hue 99 stream, I matched with Hue and TL, and Badgoblin was in chat, and so yeah, I found out that he was streaming through TWC chat or whatever. So I went to Hugh's stream, and I don't know what happened, but we stirred up some conflict between me and Badgoblin. I challenged him to a 4-wide game. Severely underestimated how good he was at 4-wide. Got destroyed.
Talking himself up. I was in VC with Azura and a bunch of other people. And we were like the Hugh adjacent VC. Like we weren't in the VC with Hugh, but we were in
I thought it
one
was
in a different
free.
server.
I thought because I
And-
was better at
OSW
You-
sent that challenge. I read that out verbatim, and that VC started laughing at you. I got it. You gotta know. The VC started laughing at you when I read that
didn't
out loud.
know.
I said,
didn't
okay.
know.
I said,
I didn't
okay,
know.
we can play 4 wide.
I didn't know.
He didn't know. He didn't know.
There
Yeah, I
is
got
not
destroyed.
a person on Tetrio I will not see in 4 wide.
Yeah, I got destroyed. And now he's put on the list. Ever since then, he hasn't done anything. He's been nice to me and mean to me at the same time, in many
balance.
situations. So he cannot get off the list. I don't know why Johnny's on the list, but he's on the
You
list.
just hate him, I guess. Wow. Okay.
But yeah,
Generally
it's U4.
upsetting individual.
He's U4.
He stole my
Uh,
monkey boat. No.
Yeah, that's what I was scrap with.
I can't play monkey boat for the life of me, so I have to give him mad props for that. That
It's a
game is so
monkey
hard
boat
to
goat.
control.
Johnny Bones
that-
gonna
that-
win.
That
still
game is
can't
so
believe-
hard to control.
I cannot believe that that Johnny Bones is like, without Johnny, I would literally have gone nowhere in TEC. Like, Johnny, like on a random, I think it was like a random September night, Johnny was just like, I was just like, man, why is TEC feel so slow? I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And then Johnny was like, yo, you have VSync off? And I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? And then right after I turned that off, I don't know, tier 1 player beats freaking everybody, takes a couple games off Uyashoda and Kazu, freaking, I don't even know, different human being, jumps to like top 5 on the in the ranked ladder when previously was like couldn't even get top 20. Like it's so annoying that I played like a year's worth of TEC with VSync on without knowing it, and I was like, dude, I'm literally playing perfectly. How am I losing to these people? And that's why, because I was literally negative. I had to play at 30 less DPM. I was still playing 120 DPM with VSync, which is kind of wild. But when I took it off, it's kind of over. So, yeah, shout out to Johnny Bones for
Johnny
starting my
Bones
TEC
saved
career.
your TEC career.
Johnny Bones saved my TEC career.
World would have gone in a darker path if it weren't for him.
And you know what? On here, very, very, very first, on the VODcast, hosted by Edge, Tetris Effect, Commando, and Badgoblin, I hereby announce Johnny Bones is off of the scrap list. Off the scrap list. Yep.
Even more
Okay.
excuse for him for OSW to fight
That's like
me.
a
So.
that's like a Stacky award in of itself. Off the
Oh my
OSW
God.
scrap list, that's big.
Yeah, write that in the
there's only
server for
three now.
2024.
Only
I think
three.
it's honestly being a part of it is more exclusive. I'll take that with honor.
And I'm looking at all three of them, except I'm looking at a name instead of a face for Moose. But you know,
No, this just in boost.
One day when I coax Moose to come on the show, then you'll get all of them.
We're gonna hear so much shit. We're gonna
oh
hear
my
like
God.
so much shit, man.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I
brutal.
cannot wait.
I'm
I
so
cannot
excited
wait
for the Moose
the
episode.
USDA grade Angus beef that he's going to drop in the
gonna
podcast.
Oh,
so
that
many
will be such an entertaining episode,
gonna
and
catch
also
so many-
nothing of substance will be talked about.
Oh my gosh.
He said, "Bro, I'm so tame."
Huh?
We
Who
saw
are
that
you deceiving
conversation.
out of this set of 4 people? Who do you hope to deceive with that line?
You guys are trying to make me sound
You're
crazy.
acting like we're not
we
working off
we
of
saw
like,
that. We
peons of receipts.
saw that Discord message. That's all I'm gonna say. We saw that Discord message.
I know you, Moose.
Oh my god.
Moose villain, the Rizzler PK. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
That clip from earlier in the stream. I hope someone clipped that where you dropped that line, dude.
Don't say it. He wasn't here for it. Don't say
Yeah,
anything.
you
Don't
said-
say anything.
Hey, was
I
that
hope
when I was
someone
deafened?
fucking clipped that.
What, me talking about Moose being on here?
No, the Rizzler.
No, let's just next question.
oh,
We got fuck. There's no new questions. Shit.
I mean,
Yeah, I think this might be the end of the road for the OSW episode.
actually, no. We do have
honestly.
one. We do have one important question. This is not particularly OSW. Just by saying that, I think Edge knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, we do. We have one more very.
We have
important
one
question for
very
the
important
community at
question. This
large.
goes out to the general public.
This goes out to the VODcast community. Okay, who wants to ask it?
Out.
Uh,
You want me to ask it?
no,
Go
I
for
think
it.
I think if anything, Edge should ask this question.
Okay.
I think I'll give context. You ask the question.
Okay.
I think Edge.
Now, for those of you who are aware of the community's sense of how to improve, there are 2 popular phrases you'll hear a lot. That's play more and skill issue. Now, one famous instance of the skill issue phrase is if you go to a seemingly helpful domain, tetrio.tips, you'll be given the ultimate tip of skill issue
I thought it
and
was
play more.
Yeah.
But now, it doesn't say that at all. In fact, it doesn't say anything Tetris related. It links to a very interesting redirect. So Edge has just got to ask.
So, this was a topic that we brought up in the first episode of the VODcast. Someone brought to our attention that tetrio.tips was not a registered domain. And I made a joke and I said, what if we bought tetrio.tips? And what if we redirected it to the VODcast? Well,
No.
where tetrio.tips links now is the Nightshade landing page.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And I just want to know, because it wasn't me. I had it in my pork bun cart, but I didn't want to spend $8 on it.
Wait, it
Who
wasn't
bought
you?
tetrio.tips? It wasn't me. I didn't buy it.
Was it
I had
you?
sent the redirect. Someone else
Really?
did it.
No.
Was it Willie?
It's
No.
not Willie J. No, Willie J just reacted to this information in the Nightshade Discord with an LOL.
What? What?
The question for everyone here: who the fuck bought Tetrio.tips?
I mean, thanks for the promotion, man, but goddamn.
They don't know I bought Tetrio.tips. I'm kidding.
Fox, there's no way you bought it. Nah. No. Okay. And feel free to leave your predictions of who bought tetrio.tips in the chat as we close this one.
I
out.
personally think it's Andrew because it seems like an Andrew kind of bit. Seems like an Andrew kind of bit to because he's listened to previous vodcasts. He knows about everything that Edge does. Like he knows everything, and he's the kind of person to do that kind of shit post.
A random guy?
No,
Oh, I
Andrew.
know who you're talking about, but I'm throwing another name in there. I feel
Oh,
like-
random.
Interesting.
That's actually
My thought, I'm not gonna lie, for some reason my first thought was Azura, because she brought this up and she wasn't in like our pre-call. She just brought it up in the Nightshade Discord like a few minutes after we discovered it.
Sus.
So
Sus.
I was saying, like,
Of
why
course,
would
of
she
course.
go to Tetris randomly? She's already fine enough at the game.
That's a self-report.
Yeah,
sus.
She
that's
did
my
it.
prediction. But we'll see
No
who
one
owns
was even using
Tetris.tips. For now, go to
Next time
nightshade.pro
on
and
the
follow all the
podcast, we
socials.
go on in a high investigation on who bought Tetrio.tips.
It's an ARG. Fucking ARG. Dumbest
Yeah,
ARG
next
in the
episode.
stream
Next
account.
episode is the reward for that ARG. That's all.
She
It's
wasn't
a
doing tasks in
one-step
electrical.
ARG.
All right. Among Us got mentioned. Everyone, thank you for watching the third episode of the podcast.
Actually, wait. Actually, OSW, you have to say thank you for watching just thank you for watching, actually.
Oh my no! Oh my god! No!
Please be so kind. Say thank you for watching.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
The
God.
Cast.
Yeah.
See y'all
I hate
next
this
week,
ending so
everyone.
much. It's
Yay!
so God damn it.
See y'all next week.